Oh, and we are live for the first time ever. Welcome to all of our BCC Plus premium members watching at home. If you want to join in on the chat, feel free to do so. If you just watch at home and listen, that is just fine as well. This is Behind the Turnbuckle, the premium side, BTT Plus. This is our first live watch along tonight, live from Cleveland, Ohio. It is SummerSlam, the same show where 21 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona, your boy turned heel and attacked Shane McMahon and got in a fight with Stone Cold Steve Austin that very night. Let's bring in my partners who are going to be with us throughout the night. We're planning on 4 or 5 hours. Now, he's with me every single week. Big Tommy C. Tommy, can you believe that we're doing a live watch along with Triple H out in front of the crowd, over 60,000 in Cleveland right now? Good evening, sir.
How are you, Coacher? And hello, Rafi. And we're all set to go. Triple H is running his mouth already, and we're going to kick it off with Rhea and Liv. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Tommy, all I need is hello. Will you let me host the show, please? Please?
I'm excited, Coach. I'm sorry.
I can see that. Now, he is the third member of our team, and he is so important to driving the line, but also behind the turnbuckle. He is our numbers guide. If you watch him this week on Betting the Turnbuckle, then you already know. His name is Rafael Esparza. Good evening, Rafael.
Good evening, Coach. I'll just leave it that way. You're the host. I don't want to step on your shoes. So good evening, Coach. Good evening, Tommy. I'm so thrilled to be on the show with you, Tommy. You can't. My mind is blown right now.
Yeah, we can tell that.
My mind was blown too. I called you a bookie.
I've been called worse.
So, gentlemen, this is it's going to be very, very simple. So we have over 45 years experience, if you're just tuning in right now, inside the WWE. And I got to tell you that never in all of my years did I think I would be doing a watch-along with America the Beautiful and Jelly Roll would be singing in the middle of Cleveland Stadium. How did we get here, Tommy? Jelly Roll. Now, he sings good, but I bet
Coach,
5 years ago, I didn't think he'd be here tonight.
Coach, it's been some journey for the both of us. As you know, we've been in the WWE together over 45 years, and here it is 2024, and we're doing a watch-along with our buddy Rafi here for SummerSlam.
All right, so right now there are seven matches scheduled tonight. And, Raphael, I'm betting the turnbuckle. One of the odds that you came out with was the Liv and Rhea title match tonight. And as Tommy just said, they said on the pre-show, I couldn't watch any of the pre-show. I was like, I can't do this for 7 hours. I simply cannot. But that's going to be the first match tonight. And it was around minus 240 a couple of days ago. Has that number now moved?
Yeah, it's minus $6 now. And me and you, we went back and forth when I texted you the numbers that I put out. And Rhea money came really quickly. She was plus 160. Now she's plus 350. But we cannot stop the flood. As the MVP pretty much of the summer so far, I believe, in the women's division. So it doesn't shock me that the public is all over her for this betting. But I'm a little bit blown away. And I know you guys have tons of experience. I've been doing wrestling odds since 2008. So I don't have the wrestling experience you guys have, but I've been doing wrestling odds. And Neil's stuff like that is very, very, very close to seeing my best friend next door. He's been helping me out. He's been watching a lot of wrestling with me back in the day. So my next door neighbor back in Vegas, he helps me out a lot because he watches it more than I do. He watches all the house shows and reads all the ugly magazines that you guys hate. So he gives me some of the dirt.
Rafael, I can tell you this, that if you've been doing this since 2008, me and Tommy used to make fun of whoever used to bet on wrestling all those. So you were the guy that we were making fun of. Like, who in the world would bet on wrestling? I'm staring. We used to talk about this a lot, too. We would stare at the rundowns that they would hand us. We knew the finishes. We knew who was going to win until Vince stopped putting them on the rundowns because people started calling the dirt sheets and telling them who was going to win. But I used to think it was the dumbest thing. But I got to be honest with you, Tommy, since me and Raphael have started doing this the last few weeks, not only is it not a lock all the time because we lost on a Sheamus bet 2 weeks ago, but it's kind of fun to put odds on a storyline and not know where it's going to go. Tommy, have you kind of shifted, Tommy, your thoughts on betting wrestling?
Yeah, I wish we had it in 2008, Coach. But really, seriously, I can't believe the odds jumped up that high. So that'd be minus 600, right? To win $100, you got to put 600 down for Liv
Correct.
Rafi, have you ever seen an odds jump that high in such a
Oh,
short time?
I've seen worse. I've seen plus 240 go all the way to minus 3,000. So I've seen it much worse. And we're talking not just, we move numbers, not what we hear, not what we see on social media. We move numbers on what money's coming in. And this just tells me that me and Coach discussed before. Rhea doesn't need a belt. Rhea is Rhea. So I understand this. I think someone's going to interfere on this match, and I still think Liv Morgan walks away with the belt.
All right, so right now, one of my favorite human beings ever in wrestling is Mike the Miz, and he is somewhere in the Cleveland Stadium. He's the host of SummerSlam, and he's from Cleveland. He's a Browns fan, so it just makes a lot of sense. Logan Paul is also from Cleveland, so we're going to hear a lot of the hometown stuff, and there is Rhea Ripley. And if you're not watching, it's on Peacock, and Rhea and Dirty Dom are walking backstage together. And Tommy, remember when we used to do shows in stadiums like this? This has kind of a WrestleMania type look to it and feel to it, does it not?
Most definitely, Coach. Looks like all the major PLEs are going to stadiums. I'm talking about the original four, like, of course, WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. Now we have SummerSlam, and I think eventually it's going to happen with Survivor Series also. So you get that big game feel tonight. And I'm just looking at Dom's face right now, and I'm saying, man, I think he has something in store for Rhea tonight.
Wow. Now, we talked a lot, Raphael, about when Rhea gets all fired up and she yells that her accent becomes almost you can't even hardly understand anything that she says, but you take that away. Right now, if you're saying who looks like a star, Rhea Ripley looks like a star. And without Becky Lynch and without Charlotte Flair, her and Liv Morgan have kind of been propping up the women's division, at least on the Raw side. Do you agree, Raphael?
I agree. I really thought we would see Alexa Bliss by now, but she's been out. I mean, I know she had a new baby, but I think that baby's driving now. So I'm actually a little bit shocked that we haven't seen Alexa Bliss in a while. But with the way Charlotte is supposed to be coming back soon, and who knows about Becky Lynch. But yeah, like I said, Liv Morgan, she gets my MVP of summer for the ladies.
Is there such a thing as not a new baby? Like, aren't all babies new?
I don't have kids, so I don't know the terms of what babies are. Like, how old's your baby? 17 months. It's not 17 months. It's a year. And so I don't know the terms of what babies are.
By the way, Raphael, this is a true story. So my daughter, Kayana, who just got her license the other day, she turned 16 in June. So she's like 16 in a month. Tommy was the first adult to ever see my daughter when she was born 16 years ago. True story.
Wow.
That is incredible. When you told me that the other day, I told my wife that your daughter was going for a driver's license. She goes, we just remember her when she was a little kid, man. It's unbelievable how time flies, dude.
Yeah, we've been friends since 1999, Tommy and I. And this just means the world to us that we can be a part of this and build a brand. And we're going to be doing this for the next 25 damn years, just like Michael Cole has done. And they're showing him on screen as we speak with Corey Graves and Pat McAfee. And I hope Corey Graves plays a little bit better in the sandbox than he did with me 5 years ago, when he wouldn't even work with me, wouldn't meet with me, didn't want me on the show, nothing. And that's okay. I'm not bitter. I don't like three-man booths. I never did. JR didn't like it. King didn't like it. I don't think it's the best version of what the show can be. I don't know why they continue, Tommy, to do three people.
I totally agree with you, Coach. And then earlier in the pre-show, they had Joe Tessitore on, who's going to be the new commentator for Raw starting September 8th, I think Michael said. And Michael's going over to SmackDown. So will that still be a three-man booth? And is McAfee still going to do Raw during the college football season? That's my question.
Well, here's what I think, and then Raphael, I'll come to you. I said this when it happened. Everyone, no, coach. I said there's no way that Joe Tessitore is going to give up his college football package. There's no freaking way. I'm shocked, to be honest with you, that ESPN is letting him do it. Now, Lee Fitting used to run College Game Day, and he used to run basically college football at ESPN. He left ESPN, and he's now the Kevin Dunn of WWE, and he's the man behind all the new looks. Wow, Liv Morgan, hello tonight. She looks
great.
Like a star.
She
looks like a dollar favorite. That's what she looks like.
Oh man. And I can admit when I am wrong, because Raphael, me and Tommy talked about it. I didn't think she had the I don't know what the word is, but 70 days as women's champion. I didn't think she has what it took, because we've talked over the years a million times. Not everybody has what it takes to become a champion and carry that belt and carry those storylines. She has been amazing.
She
I
looks
couldn't
like
agree more.
$1 million.
You
She
like her,
looks really
Raphael?
good.
I do. I like her. I think her mic work is fantastic. Her acting is fantastic. She's got a career after wrestling, just on what she does. I mean, first of all, fake cry after. Who's going to cry after losing the arms of the greatest mustache in WWE? So that was fantastic for me.
That's something new right there.
Tommy, the internet or the social media nearly blew up yesterday. Did you see her at the rally, the SummerSlam rally yesterday?
I watched it live, Coach. Incredible.
What?
I watched it. Yeah, when
That
she
might
came
be
out.
illegal in 48 states. You
Wow.
know what I mean?
I don't know.
Utah just canceled Peacock.
I think Marty Miller was the director there, because I know directly where that camera shot.
Marty Miller, when you talk about college football, everybody used to think that if you worked in wrestling that somehow you weren't talented or somehow you weren't. They are the most talented production people ever. Marty Miller, Raphael, used to shoot college football every weekend for ABC.
Oh, wow.
He shot the World Series. He shot everything for Fox, because back then we would have Raw on Mondays and SmackDown on Tuesdays. So when they moved SmackDown to Fridays, it really screwed over a lot of people as far as their finances are concerned, because they had to decide, am I going to do Raw and SmackDown and give up my sports package? Because as you guys know, when you get a sports package and you give it up, you may not get it back. They are coveted, and they want that same team all the time, which is why Joe Tessitore is not giving up his college football package this fall. It doesn't shock me at all. At all. Do you guys like how they do these announcements now with a title matchup where you got the champion and the challenger, almost like it's a boxing heavyweight fight, Tommy?
I have no problem with it at all. I think Samantha Irvin is feeling herself ever since she got put over at WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes, and she's really feeling herself right now. But I do like the old school way of doing it, and then the ref in the middle holding the title up to show you this is up for grabs, folks. Boy, what has he got in his ear? What is that, Coach? That can't be an IFB. Is that a camera?
It's the biggest IFB in the history of wrestling.
Or is that a ref cam? I don't know why it's in his ear.
Oh, is it a ref cam?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a ref cam.
It is. I think it is.
Oh, my goodness.
My director, Tommy Carlucci here, as you know, he just put the thumbs up to me that it is a ref cam. So he must know.
All right, so here we go. For all of you watching, thanks for hanging out with us. This is the live watch along, very first one we've ever done at BTT Plus. We'll be here all night long. Raphael, my numbers guy, and Big Tommy C, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan are starting things off. And guys, this thing is filled to the gills. There is no tarps. There's no blackouts. They have sold every seat. WWE has never been hotter than it is right now. But with 7 matches, I think we're going to see probably, 20 or 30 minutes of match, which, let's be honest, with this one, that might be a little bit too long.
Yeah, I think this one, I think you're right, Coach. I think this will be shorter than what everybody thinks is going to be. And you notice that Dominic is on Liv, like this side of the corner here. Like he's not moving from there. Do you notice that?
Tommy's got that eyes. He's focused on that.
Well, I'm also looking at Liv too, so big fan.
Somebody just sent me a text about Jelly Roll singing before, so I can't read it on the air. But oh my God, I'm already loving. I cannot read what I just got about.
Is it that bad, Coach?
Well, it's not bad, but it's not nice. Let's say that it's not nice. It's funny. It's funny. There are a lot of different things tonight. Right now, they're showing on the screen SummerSlam, as expected, the #1 trend in the United States. Raphael, when it comes to betting, because wrestling is so much different, there's usually a cap on it, usually $25 or $50. But are there any books that have live wrestling betting at all?
It wouldn't shock me if they asked me to do it, and that means I'll be working a lot more longer hours, especially for pay-per-view. But no, there isn't. And people always ask me, it's probably the number one question that I get asked all the time, why do I put wrestling? Why did I put wrestling odds on it? And I did it. I approached a book many, many moons ago, 2008. Now, why don't we use wrestling betting for customer service? Get these people to come to your establishment. You say, hey, you know what? Bet $25 on John Cena or Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley right now. If you win that bet, now we have all their information. Now we have their email address. Hey, congratulations on your $25 bet on Liv Morgan. We see that you're living in Cleveland right now. You can bet the Cleveland
Raphael,
Browns.
I hate to interrupt you. I got to interrupt you because Rhea just licked Dirty Dom, just kissed Dirty Dom right in front of Liv, and now she's commencing to putting the whoop ass on Liv Morgan outside of the ring. I guess it's like a 25 count. Sorry, Raphael, you may continue.
No, I missed that. So thank you for. I have to rewind. I'm going to have to rewind that when I'm not watching boxing later on tonight. So thank you. But no, we do it for customer service for that establishment that's carrying wrestling odds. But now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, this is the first year I put up odds for Raw matches, odds for SmackDown matches. So it would not shock me if someone wants to do live betting. I mean, people would ask me, why do I do odds for Dominique interference in Rhea Ripley's match? What weapon is he going to use? I tried to do it as quickly as possible, but I couldn't. I had chair was going to be minus 125, the belt 3-1, kick 7-1. I had a whole bunch of them, but I just didn't have enough time because I was watching beach volleyball. That's another story. But it's just crazy how much people want now in action.
Hey, Raph, I got a quick question.
No,
I'm sorry, Coach.
Real quick, Tom, real quick. I got to say hello to our first person in the chat. GST Computing, welcome. Thanks for being a part of BTT+.
What's up?
What's up to you? First one in the chat. We got a lot of people watching at home. They get a little bit shy about coming in the chat as well. But Computing, we're going to be here. So much content. Thanks for being a part of what we do. Real quick, Tommy, the way they're putting this match together, they've killed about 5 to 7 minutes. And Rhea's not taking Liv seriously at all. And I think that's the right play because physically they're not on the same level. And I think this is a really smart way to put this match together.
That's called storytelling, Coach. As you know, which we love all about that. A lot of people are not about storytelling. It's going to go a little slow, and you can see Rhea's looking at her and saying, no, this is no competition for me. Now she just got slammed in where she actually hurt her shoulder, her arm there that kept her out. And here's Dom with a concerned look on his face. So it's a slow telling of a story, storytelling in the ring of a match. And that's the way you do it, Coach.
Well, I think also because we wondered how they would do this. And also we'll talk about CM Punk match later. Because, Raphael, when I used to have matches and say I was wrestling Ric Flair or Stone Cold Steve Austin, nobody would actually believe that I could win on my own without interference or something happening. And when you're talking about Zelina Vega or a Liv Morgan, and physically you can see how much smaller they are than the likes of a Rhea Ripley, you really have to do it this way and almost have Rhea be cocky. And that's exactly what we're seeing through the first. Oh, Liv came out of nowhere. Great camera work there. And she kicked Rhea in the shoulder, and now Rhea is down outside of the ring. This is not a false count anywhere match, is it, guys?
No, it's not. But you think that's the theme of the match, Coach? She's going to play on that arm?
I think so, but they've been outside of they've only been in the ring for like 2 minutes.
2 minutes, man. 2 minutes.
Wow. Well, that's kind of the creative license, Raphael, that sometimes we
Here's
take.
a replay.
And here, oh man, that was great. And this is kind of, Raphael, what we do during the day when you're putting the matches together, and they have security at every entrance to make sure people can't look in, because you've got to practice those spots so that the camera guys know and the director and the producer know exactly where they're coming from. So I thought that was really well done, Raphael.
I agree. Great camera work and great boot to the shoulder. And does anyone recognize that Rhea and Dominic now have the same hairdo?
I hadn't noticed that, but
okay, I thought it was just me.
I think you're right.
Yep.
So a 3-hour pre-show, and here's the other thing, Tommy, because a 3-hour pre-show, the crowd, they let them in usually 2 hours before.
Yeah, 2 or 2.5, something like that.
Yeah. And you got to get 65,000, and you've got to have doors earlier. So sometimes doors are 3 or 4 hours. I was on Zaslow's show this week, and he said that the WWE is thinking about moving SummerSlam to 2 nights. You know how I feel about 2-night shows. What do you think, Tommy, about moving this? I know you'd make double the money, but come on, really?
I think it's ridiculous, Coach. If you're going to do a 2-match, 2-night for a PLE, it should only be WrestleMania.
I agree. I
right?
agree.
It's the
I
biggest
agree.
show of the year. I don't know why they would make SummerSlam 2 nights. It's ridiculous. And if they did it to every PLA, like the 4 major ones with the stadiums, I would hate it. I'm serious. I think WrestleMania should be different than anything else. It's your number one, right? It's the most favorite for everybody. So I think making WrestleMania, let it stand alone at 2 nights. Me and you are both, we agree with that. We don't like 2 nights. But if you're going to do it to a PLE, it should be WrestleMania only and not no other PLE at all.
Let me jump in real quick. Jonathan Davis, first of all, welcome to the live watch along. Thank you very much.
What's
And
up,
he
Jonathan?
says they are moving it to 2 nights in 2026. He also says that they had a commercial aired in the pre-show, the 3-hour pre-show that I refused to watch. I understand it, but Raphael, here's one thing Tommy and I used to bitch about when we were there for all those years. And by the way, Liv's continuing to work on that arm on Rhea. Really, really smart storytelling in this match. It's all about the almighty dollar. And they would do anything. And when they signed that deal to make Raw 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you're having 3-segment matches, and it was all watered down. Everybody hates it. The crowd hates it. The wrestlers hate it. And the only people that liked it was the financial people at the WWE, and that has continued along with no repeats. So if they're going to do this, I understand from a money perspective. But Raphael, what are your thoughts on a 2-night? Thank you, Jonathan, for loving the podcast as well. Raphael, your thoughts on 2 nights for this?
Well, I love the breakdown that you and Zaz did when I watched you guys' show. You guys both had great points. And I kind of, for a fan, give me 3 hours, give me 2 days, give me 3 days, more times that I leave my wife alone. So I was enjoying that. But at the same time, you're going to start running out of story time. I think it's going to conflict. I don't like the 3 hours of Raw whatsoever. Put it back down to 2. But I can understand it's all about the almighty dollar. And I know about the almighty dollar because companies call me for everything to put up odds just because of the almighty dollar. So 2026, I guess 2 hours of SummerSlam. But you and Zaz had great content. I agreed on both of you guys' sides on that.
So get this, guys. I think the story they're trying to tell, because obviously we can't turn the sound up, but I think Rhea is trying to tell the crowd that her shoulder was knocked out of socket because she just slammed it into the announcer's table to try to put it back into place. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And Liv's going to have a cover 2 count. And yeah, it's not going to be over this.
I've never seen that. Never, ever. Even sitting ringside all those years, I'd never see somebody hit the announce table to pop your shoulder back in.
Wow, that is really
Here's
taking.
a replay.
Yeah. So right now, Liv's really, really holding her own. And the other part of this is that when you play that the shoulder is out of socket, now she's really weak on one side of her body. So the big, strong Rhea Ripley, that kick, oh, what a kick. Wow, these 2 girls are physical. But now it puts Liv, on the same level as Rhea basically having one arm. So I think this is really brilliant by whatever agent put this match together. My guess is probably Hurricane Helms because he's super, super smart. I don't know, but I think it could be. And now, and notice how smart this is, guys. Rhea is holding her with her left arm. All right. So if so many times, now that's not a great spot. So many times people will be selling something, and then they forget to sell it. And that could have been a moment right there where she picked her up with the right arm. I'm like, wait a second, I thought it was knocked out of socket. So now Liv with the all right.
That was a nice move. That was a pretty cool move right there.
It really was. So Raphael, you said at the top of the show that you think there is going to be some type of interference from someone. Do you think it's going to be Dom or somebody else?
I think it's going to be Dom. I mean, I'm hoping for someone else just for more story time and I'm all about the shock and awe Because if there's more shock and awe, that means there's more prop bets that I can do down the road. So, but I think it's going to be Dom. I'm leaning towards what Tommy said early. Just watching the story that's being portrayed in the ring right now, I think Tommy might be right.
Tommy,
Wouldn't be the first
you
time.
don't hear that very often. I was going to say, you don't hear that very often. All right, so right
Well,
now,
Tommy always beats you. Tommy always beats the coach on the other show, so I guess I have to agree with Tommy on this.
Oh, I love Rafi.
Oh, in the War Room?
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
Look, she's picking her up with that bum shoulder too, Coach.
He is. I've really enjoyed this so far. The other thing, we had Rodney on, who's really become kind of I hate that term, friend of the show. We used to use it. I mean, I hate when people, but he has become a friend. He makes a lot of the outfits for WWE, and I think we're going to see new outfits for every single talent tonight. Tommy, do you think so?
Well, that's what it was back in the day, Coach. I remember, I think Vince would tell everybody that, hey, a TV is a TV, but when you come to a pay-per-view, which we used to call it, now they're PLEs, that you have to have a different look and spend some money on your characterization. Make sure that this is a pay-per-view, that you look different than a regular Monday Night Raw or a house show or a SmackDown. And that's when everybody would pull out the great outfits that they would wear. I remember Shawn Michaels would always have a new outfit every time he did a pay-per-view. And he would really look like it's a game changer for all the boys.
Yep. Hey, Raphael, do you know how much back in the day Ric Flair used to spend on his robes?
Oh, jeez. Probably the same amount of money the wife spends on Amazon. So it's probably pretty close.
They were between $5,000 and $10,000. She's still trying to get her right shoulder back in place.
They're working that, Coach. They're playing that angle big time.
They're working that angle.
Yep. They're playing that big time. Something's going to happen
where she tries to pick something
to lift her up and boom.
Yep. I'm 100%.
Oh, she just barely got her up there.
Yep. Really, really, really smart. I've been wondering for a week, how are they going to bring Rhea down to the physical level of Liv? And we're doing it. Real quick, because I'm a little colorblind. I'm red-green colorblind, to be honest. No kidding. But Rhea and Liv, do we know if Liv somehow made the same outfit as Rhea or found out what she was? Because it's almost like they're wearing the same colors and a very similar outfit, unless I'm wrong.
I wanted to bring that up. Oh, look. He grabbed the chair.
Whoa, Dom. So Rhea has the chair, was going after Liv. Why would she do that when she's trying to win the
You can't win the title like this.
You can't.
Okay, so get disqualified?
I wonder what Michael
Here comes
is
the swerve.
Yeah, we can't turn the sound on or we'll get shut down in a hurry. Oh, and Liv from behind. Rhea hits Dom. And now, is it over? Is it over? 1, 2. Oh, I thought that was it. Oh my goodness. I thought that was it.
What is her finish called?
Tommy?
Who lives?
Yeah.
The butt buster. I don't know. I don't know the finish. I don't know Liv's finish.
That's what it's called now.
Anybody in the room know Liv's finish?
All right, guys. The chair has been the chair's been slid in. The chair has been slid in. All right, so we're about to get to the finish because we're about 20 minutes in. Same move again. Liv throws the chair out, and now she's covering Rhea Ripley. Is it over now? And it is.
What is going on? Look at his face.
Wow.
Look at his face. And look at her.
Look at that mustache. That's what I'm looking at.
I'm not looking at her mustache.
All right, so let's break this whole thing down. So Liv goes over, which makes sense. It went from -240 to -600, so we would have cashed that ticket, Raphael.
Replay.
And here comes the replay. Let's see exactly what happens.
The chair.
Rhea grabs the chair. She bangs it on the thing, Tommy, Raphael.
Wow.
Dom grabs it from Rhea, says something to her. They're arguing.
The bump happens.
Yeah, the bump happens. Liv then slams Rhea. I thought it was over there.
Yeah.
But I like that false finish. And the Macho Man in the first row. And then Dom is up on the apron again, distracting the referee. So here's why that's cool, because Monday Night on Raw, they could argue that he was trying to help either one. You don't know who he was trying to help there.
So why's the smirk at the end, Coach? The laugh and the smirk by Dom. Why would he be happy that his so-called look?
Oh no! Dom is helping up.
Oh, we called it. We friggin' called it.
Oh no!
Look.
Oh, the kiss heard round the world.
Oh, we got a major storyline, baby.
Major storyline.
I would dump my wife for her, boy.
Oh,
that makes two of us.
Is pissed.
I'm talking about Dom. Dom's dumping his wife
with Liv, and the Judgment Day has been blown up.
Coach, who called it on the War Room?
You did.
Thank you.
You did. I'll give you credit. Raphael, do not clap for Big Tommy C.
Sorry.
Do not do that. He doesn't need any help. Oh, hey, Jonathan, GST, what do you guys make of that finish just now? Put it in the chat. Let us know what you think right there. Rhea is left steaming. Dom and Liv are walking out arm in arm after kissing at ringside. Liv is still the champion. And Dom, well, he's about to have a pretty good night, I would have a feeling.
So, Coach, I got a question for you. If you're writing the show, do you have an interview waiting for them in the back, or you wait till it goes to Raw on Monday?
Wow. I'm always one for
reaction,
the answer quicker, because then people go, okay, maybe I need to watch the next PLE from the start. Those little things, but I don't know. So they're running a quick break, and we're going to do that too. If you guys didn't catch any of our Vince Russo interview here on Behind the Turnbuckle, here's a little piece of what you guys missed.
Back in the day, like, remember when TV ratings were big and the live events were hot and TVs, you would get to a city and say, damn, this is really working. I mean, the attendance is there. How did that make you feel that you were a big part of all that happening?
Tommy, I got to tell you, bro, we never stopped for a second to smell the roses. I swear to God. And Coach, people don't understand when I tell them this. Again, bro, yeah, Vince makes things up. Bro, WrestleMania was just another show.
Yes.
It was just another show. You're writing a television show every single week and a pay-per-view. It's just another show. I swear to God, Tommy, I did not realize how big this thing was. I'll tell you what happened, bro. Coach, I was able to get like a day off to bring my family to Universal Studios. Okay, one day. My kids are very young. I swear to you, bro, we go to Universal Studios, Tommy. Coach, every other person is wearing an Austin 316 shirt. And I saw this with my own eyes. And at that point, I realized, bro, this is freaking huge. I didn't realize it until I saw that, because you guys know you're so wrapped up in the day-to-day. You don't have time to, bro, like people ask me all the time, well, how was it like when you finally beat WCW in the ratings? And I'm like, bro, we got next week's show to write.
That's right.
How was it like? It was like nothing. We didn't celebrate it. There wasn't even a conversation. We're writing next week's show.
And that's a thing that we despise the most. Never able to enjoy what we were doing from day to day. GST Computing said, filing some interesting storyline development after that first match. Liv wins, goes over. Dom and her kiss. Dom leaves with Liv, and Rhea's left in the ring. You're watching our very first live watch along at SummerSlam Live in Cleveland. I am the coach. In the middle there is our numbers guy, Rafael Esparza, and my partner every single week on Behind the Turnbuckle, Big Tommy C. So, gentlemen, the next match is going to be the match I'm probably least looking forward to, and it's going to be the Intercontinental title match between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. Tell me, Tommy, something to get me interested in this match.
Well, I hope Braun beats the cab driver, and I'll bet you odds, I'll give you 1,000 odds that Sami Zayn doesn't have a new outfit coming to his PLE, a new ring attire. I'll bet on that 100 times over because he doesn't look like a champ. I know he can work in the ring, and I'm looking forward to Braun taking the Intercontinental Championship tonight, Coach and Raph.
Okay. Well, he may have a new sweatshirt, Tommy. He may have gone to Walmart and bought a new sweatshirt. That's possible. Real quick, my man Jonathan says, can't wait to see what is left of Judgment Day, if anything. Do not forget that we still have Damian Priest to come later tonight in the World Heavyweight Championship. Are you into this Intercontinental title match at all, Raphael?
No, Brown Breaker opened up minus 2,000. He is now minus 3,000. We could probably put up minus 1,000,000 on this fight. We got no action on Sami Zayn. Someone asked me would I put up odds with Sami Zayn ever shave his beard. So no, I would not do that. He might come up. Remember, he used to wear the army green. Maybe he'll come off the army green color this time.
Wait a second. So people think that Braun Breaker becomes a new Intercontinental Champion tonight?
Yes, and I think he does too. I think.
Wow, minus 3,000.
Yeah, that. If anybody is betting that, be very, very careful, because I know Sami Zayn won at WrestleMania, beating Gunther, but rarely do you see multiple titles, and there's so much interest in the World Heavyweight Championship and the Cody WWE Championship, I guess that's what they call it. That always drove me nuts too. Having two world championships made no sense to me. I don't care if there's two shows. Put the guy on both shows.
So Rappy, minus 3,000 means how? All right, I'm a little stupid here. So how much would you have to put down? Like if you put $100 down, or how much? No,
it's going to probably pay you like $3.
$100, Tommy. $3,000. You win 100.
That's like me getting in the ring.
I know.
That's me going against Braun.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked because Braun Breaker's not.
And people will parlay that. I can guarantee you. I'll go back and I can guarantee you people parlay that with some of the UFC fights.
Coach, look at this, Coach.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got the Judgment Day, and Damian Priest is pissed. Oh. He's grabbing Finn Balor. Carlito's doing his thing.
Look, he's on Finn. I hate to break in, Coach, but look at him.
No, I just said that, Tommy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's okay. I got you. I wonder if if the whole thing blows up tonight, or if they wait till Monday. That's the only thing about the watch alongs. I can't turn it up, or we'll get shut off. Jonathan, so if you guys can hear it at home and you hear what Finn says to Priest, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll go ahead and read it on the show as well. But Damian Priest is left in the clubhouse as everybody else walks out. And maybe this is the beginning of the end, Tommy, for the Judgment Day. Who knows? I like this faction, though. I think they're cool.
I think it ends tonight, Coach, and you won't find out until Raw on Monday.
And Damian Priest is an underdog tonight.
Wait a second. There's a consensus that Gunther becomes the World Heavyweight Champion tonight?
But money has come in all day on Damian Priest. Gunther opened up minus 1,000. Now he's only minus 450. So the money's coming in on Damian Priest.
This is fascinating to me. I never thought we would be in a world, in a time where we would seriously discuss odds on wrestling matches when somebody knows who's going to win. To me, I still can't wrap my head around it. I'm here for it. It's fun. But man.
And then you met me, Coach, the guy that actually.
Yes, that's my guy. That's my guy. All right, match number 2 is on their way out. It's about 7:40 in the East, 4:40 in the West. That is Big Tommy C on the right, Rafael Esparza in the middle. I am the coach, and this will be the Intercontinental title on the line. And I got to say, Tommy, I love the graphics tonight for SummerSlam. The production has always been great. It was, say what you want about Kevin Dunn, and we've said a lot over the years. He's the man who hired me on the spot in 1999, fresh out of college. But the production for WWE the last, 6 months has been next level, man. It really has been.
Yeah, and they make which is really smart. They make the graphics and everything that the city they're in. It's Cleveland. They're at Cleveland Stadium. What are the color of the Cleveland Browns? That brown and that deep orange, and that looks really cool.
Mm-hmm. So Braun Breaker is in the ring as we speak. How high are we on this guy moving forward? Do we think he's just kind of a rough and tumble guy, and he's got to really deliver hardcore everything, Raphael? Or do you think this is a guy that long term? Because I've always contended this: if you cannot talk and you cannot cut good promos, you can't be a super duper star. And right now, Breaker is like a linebacker. Everything's with impact, but he's not a great talker. Your thoughts, Raphael?
I agree, but you can improve on that one. I mean, he got a big boost a couple of days ago when Goldberg talked a lot of praise about Breaker. I like him, and I remember I don't know what episode it was, but I do watch when Tommy says, "Why is his name Brown Breaker?" He's got a famous last name. I could not agree more. What Tommy said. I don't know what episode it was, but I just think this guy has a talents through the roof if he can get better on the mic.
You know, Coach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Jonathan just wrote, wouldn't be surprised if Finn costs Damian the championship later. We talked about that on the show this week, that might be the case.
But getting back to Braun, I watched him on McAfee's show Friday or Thursday, or Friday, I can't remember. But he's a really smart, educated dude. He speaks very well when he's not in his character at all. I think Braun has a lot of layers to himself, and I think he could be a big-time superstar moving forward if he gets the Intercontinental Championship, because he's a stud athlete. Absolutely.
Okay. I love entrepreneurs, and we are trying to build our shows, our brands, our business. I got to give Logan Paul a lot of credit. The fact that they've got Prime from an idea to now being where it is, does it shock you, Raphael, that this energy drink, I think it could end up being bigger than like Red Bull. I mean, it's everywhere.
I agree, and it blew my mind when they had Prime in the center of. I don't know. Was it WrestleMania when they put the logo on right Prime in the middle of the ring? That just blew my mind. It's gonna. I think it will be bigger than Red Bull, unless you can. I don't know if you can mix Red Bull, Prime, and vodka, because Red Bull and vodka is still one of the biggest mixed drinks in bars.
Don't act like you haven't tried to mix Prime and vodka, Raphael. No. We know that you.
I'm not an energy drink guy. My cardiologist is watching. I don't drink energy drinks.
All right, so we have female ref. I don't recognize her, but I'll be honest with you that there's a lot of new refs that come in, but they're doing, hold that up. But they did not do the intro like they did with the women's and like they do with the world title matches where both are standing in the ring. So I like that they make something bigger. Sami Zayn, Tommy, to your point, came down in that sweatshirt. There is nothing new about him tonight.
Hey, did I'm sorry, guys, but the Peacock feed went out for like 20 seconds. Did I miss anything at all or nothing, right? It just came back.
They just had entrance and then the start of the match.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So, man, minus 3,000. So if that is the case, Raphael, then I think the public kind of feels the same way that we do on BTT every single week. Sami Zayn, him and Finn have been around for a long time, and Finn just signed a new 5-year deal. You've got to have mid-card guys for house shows and for all these different things. But to me, Sami Zayn's never been a guy that I think of, man, I got to watch Sami Zayn tonight. And I don't like to insult him, but he's just never been that guy for me. Has he ever been that guy for you, Raphael?
Only when he worked with Kevin Owens. I thought them two worked well together, especially on the mic. I thought they worked well together, but just him alone, no. And I mean, he's probably one of the least the wrestling figures. He's probably one of the least purchase amount, because I used to get those ring collectibles percentages on who had the best action figure and who didn't.
He probably looked better on the action figure that he knows here to make him look more cleaner. But
oh God.
Oh man,
I remember when I first started, because Braun Breaker reminds me, there's been a lot of guys over the years that are in the I'll apologize before category, Raphael, and Tommy knows what I'm talking about, because they only know one speed, and if you slow down or you start to reach for yourself, that's how you get hurt. Not if you go kind of 100 miles an hour, but the way Breaker hits you, if you're not prepared or if you're not tough or if you can't take a shot, you cannot be in the ring with this dude. I mean, this is big time stuff.
This is speed in the ring. I mean, I've never been into a wrestling ring. I've never been across, see what they do, actual physical speed in there. But just watching his speed in the ring just blows my mind.
Do you see when, did you hear what Cole said? when he runs the ropes, they said he goes 23 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Coach? Michael Cole said that.
Wow, what a move.
Look at that move and the size of that guy. Look at that move, dude.
Well, tell me, I don't have it turned up because I don't want to get shut out. I don't want to get my feed shut off because if they have it on the air, we get shut off. Every time I see a superstar go to the top rope, like that's crazy. You could watch the Rock's matches, Raphael. The one thing I always appreciated about the Rock, because he was so good at storytelling, is you never saw him go to the top rope and do a suplex or do anything potentially dangerous. Like right there, that's a great move, but you're now flipping down and you could hit your neck, you could break your neck, you could break your shoulder, you could dislocate your shoulder. Those are high-risk moves, and we're only 2 minutes into this match. So it's I understand doing it. But if you tell a good enough story, you don't have to do it multiple times in a match. And Tommy, you don't have to do it 2 minutes into a match.
No, not at all. And this guy's just methodically taking Sami Zayn apart, dude.
What if there's any interest on over under how many minutes a match goes in a PLE, in a big PLE match? That'd be kind of interesting because I'm hoping this one doesn't go farther than 20 minutes.
You know what's funny? Years ago, I was in Afghanistan, and they said we need an extra match. So they said, Coach, you're going to wrestle Ric Flair. So I go into the locker room, and it was an airplane hangar in the middle of the desert in Afghanistan, in the middle of the war. And I said, how long are they going to go? And I remember they looked at me. Oh, wow. I think that was a mistake right there. Breaker almost fell on his head. I was never allowed to go over 12 minutes, Raphael. That was kind of my limit. And I went in, and Ric Flair is famous for the 60-minute match. And what a move by Sami Zayn. And so when I told Rick we only had 12 minutes, he kind of laughed at me. He says, Coach, I don't get out of bed for 12 minutes. We got to go at least 30. And I said, Rick, nobody wants to see you and me go 30 minutes in the middle of the desert in front of the troops. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. That's a true story.
How long did you go?
Like 12. So just so people that are watching at home, part of the reason we're doing this, give you the inside scoop. The referee, and you can see her in the match right now. I don't know if she's wearing the ref cam because with the hair, I don't know if she can, but there's an IFB. And Raphael, it's dangerous. That is dangerous. A modified suplex into the corner with no space. Tommy, that's dangerous.
Oh man. Is it lights out? Is it lights out?
He just ripped Sami Zayn in half.
Look at him, dude. Look at him.
He's got at least spear at least two and a half more times. Because I almost put that prop bet. How many spears would Braun Breaker have in this match?
There's another one, Raphael.
Yep.
So what did you think that it would be? Is it going to be this quick?
I was going to put up 2.5.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, see,
that was like 5-6 minutes tops. That tells me one thing and one thing only.
Roman Reigns is
position
coming
this
out.
guy as a killer. Roman Reigns is coming out. When you smash a champion this fast, you're positioning Braun Breaker now to be your next big star. That's the only reason you do it, because you just buried Sami Zayn. That's what it is. You buried Sami Zayn right there. Huh, Tommy?
You buried him big time, Coach. This match didn't go 15 minutes, and he beat him clean, Coach. What is that saying about Braun Breaker and what they think of him?
I would not want to have been in the room, Raphael, because usually they find out a day or two, maybe 3 or 4 days, so they can mentally prepare for losing the title or figuring out what you're going to do in the match. But when you get called, Raphael, and you're the champion, and when you're the champion, you get put on all the house shows, you start to make more money. There's certainly perks to it, but they call you and say, hey, you're going to lose in like 5 minutes. That's not a call you want to get.
It's another one we called, Coach. We called this.
We did.
We called that.
Raphael, you were all over 3,000. This seemed like this should have been 4,000 and 5,000 as fast as that was. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was
the bet should have been would it be go long
match.
The bet should have been is it going longer than 15 minutes, and it didn't.
Correct. Raphael, go, and then Tommy, I'll come back to you.
I thought it would be a quick match just because of what I didn't think Roman Reigns was going to come out this match. They need more time for the Cody Rhodes a match. So let's end this one quickly so we can bring more time for that match.
So it's interesting. As they're going to a trailer, there's another John Cena movie. Shocking. And he actually has hair because we know he's got that big bald spot now. That's my guy. That's my guy. But Cena's got. I love John Cena, man. I love John Cena. By the way, Raphael, is there still money coming in on me being his last WrestleMania match? I was plus 3,500. I had better odds than Taker. Let's be honest.
I haven't checked. I checked on Seabass's wife before we took those odds out because they announced she was replacing Katy Perry, but she had, I think, like 7 or 8 tickets for bet on her. So I texted Seabass, was it him and his family that bet on her? But he said no one bet on his family. But I'll check tonight and I'll text you tomorrow how many tickets are written on the coach being John Cena's last match or WrestleMania match.
That sounds really good.
Coach, let's do a little reset and let everybody know. We do the War Room, we do BTT, we do the Last Word. We are 2 for 2 tonight already on calling what we thought was going to happen at SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. So we are on the money tonight, Coach, and that's what 45 years does, folks. We're the real deal. If you never heard of that, we're the real deal. We're not Meltzer. We're not anybody who's been paying people off for 20 or 30 friggin' fucking years, dude. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, what do you think the odds would be on how many times Tommy says we're the real deal tonight in the broadcast? Is he over
not
5.5?
Not as many as bro.
Not as many as bro. That's very true. That's very true. Thank you to Jonathan and GST in the chat. Our very first watch along as we're adding things as we go, and we understand it's a slow burn. But man, you guys have made BTT. Our YouTube page is blowing up. Our show is blowing up. So thank you guys very, very much. So they've run the John Cena trailer, and 2025 is going to be the biggest year of John Cena. I would say, because Slim Jim is the main sponsor tonight, I would say, guys, that probably Slim Jim has sponsored more WWE pay-per-views than anybody else. Would you say that, Tommy? Yes?
Yes, it goes back to Macho Man. That's all you got to know, Coach. It goes back to Macho Man, and I think Hogan for a while, too. But I think Slim Jim was with WCW then. But with WWE, it's absolutely Slim Jim for WWE. Biggest sponsor.
That's what they're showing, the savage moment of the summer, and they're taking everybody back. And when you're watching WWE and it's on every week, sometimes it's easy to forget certain times and certain shows. So when you're at a PLE, and this is really smart, showing Drew McIntyre knocking out in Chicago, which is CM Punk's hometown, to remind us of what has happened leading up to tonight's match. GSC says Slim Jim was originally the Ultimate Warrior. Yes. And last year when all that stuff happened with Vince and they were supposed to be the next pay-per-view and they stepped down, they never really stepped down. They stepped down for 24 hours and they came right back once Vince was taken out. So there is a loyalty in pro wrestling that I've always appreciated. I don't love everything about the space, but I love a lot of it. Look at that wide shot, guys.
That's
crazy.
Incredible.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Stephanie.
Wow.
She looks good, too, man.
Stephanie McMahon is in the house.
She looks good.
She lost weight. She's like,
she lost weight.
Yeah, she's like weightlifter thin, like lift thin. She looks like she's hitting the gym.
Why do you think she's there tonight, boys? What are we doing?
You two know more than I do.
Speculating again.
Here's what I think.
I want to hear this.
A lot was made. A lot was made of the picture this week of Shane McMahon meeting with Tony Khan of AEW. And who took it? Why was it published? Why was it posted? All that kind of stuff. And in the statement that Shane McMahon made, he brought up how difficult it can be to work with family, etc., etc. So my guess is, just like at WrestleMania when she showed up for the Hall of Fame, which was the first Hall of Fame and the first WrestleMania without her father Vince, that either Triple H made a call or he walked down the hall and he said, hey, I need you to be in Cleveland. And that little smirk that we've seen Tommy 1,000 times in person, to me, that speaks volumes. And that 10 seconds of the pay-per-view, that might be the most talked about outside of Roman Reigns potentially coming back tonight.
It's called.
Do you guys agree with my assessment?
It's
Tommy?
called sticking it up your rear, dude. That's what
Yes,
she's.
it is.
Look, did you see her face? Did you see her face with the clap, man? That's a lot of attitude there. And said, Shane, you want to go to the other side? You want to go to the B side? You want to go to the minor leagues? Go right ahead. But I'm here. We got 60,000. You can't get 60 people in an arena. Wow. You know what? I didn't think about that until you just said that, Coach. That's a message to her brother and saying, screw you.
Go ahead, because I'm trying to get somebody to text me if they're saying anything on the broadcast. Raphael, do you agree with me, or do you think it's something different?
I agree, but I'm torn. I like both. I think Shane McMahon has been one of the best persons to watch in the ring. The falls he has done is just unbelievable. His drop kick from ring to ring post to ring post is unbelievable. So I'm torn. Big Stephanie McMahon fan. She was so nice to me when I met her at MGM. So I have great respect for her. So I'm a little torn. I like both of them. But yeah, she just pretty much gave the middle finger to her little bro on TV just now.
When Stephanie, and I said off the top here that when I turned heel, I attacked Shane McMahon, her brother. I've always loved Shane. He's always been a good dude. Tommy, he was basically your boss for several years, right?
Yeah. I worked really close with Shane. Yep.
Yeah. A good dude. And I've always thought if he wasn't Vince's son, he would be arguably a top 10 or 20 superstar of all time because of what he was willing to do. Some of the stuff, Raphael, you just talked about. But this is a different kind of family, and they do things differently, and Vince runs hot. And I guarantee you this, that Vince is sitting at home right now, and he is pissed. He is pissed that there is the narrative that nobody named McMahon is still a part of the company. Well, guess what? That's not true anymore because she's sitting in the front row all by herself. She's not backstage. They could have done that, guys, right? She could have come. She could have sat in Gorilla. She could have just hung out and glad-handed everybody. She didn't do that. There is a reason she's sitting in the front row with that classic Stephanie McMahon. And when he left the company one of those 3 or 4 times, you remember what he said, Tommy? He said there's one too many McMahons trying to run this place. Remember that?
Coach, message was sent tonight. There's a big reason why they shot that on camera, Coach. A huge reason. And everything is vindictive with that family. I hate to say that, but there's a huge message sent. And you're right. Vince treated his kids different than anybody else, how they would treat their kids. So just read into it what you want. You think that's just a little hello? Oh, guess who's here tonight? No, that's another message being sent out. And Shane knows all about it.
I'm loving this watch along. By the way, we're going to do this for the next 30 years.
You picked it, Coach.
What's that?
You saw that. You saw that.
100%. And this is what I love about pro wrestling. And Raphael, I'm so glad that you're here because me and Tommy, we've been through this behind. Oh no! Machine Gun Kelly is in the house. What? Why is he here? I thought it was
what the hell?
What the hell?
Why?
What? Hey, Raphael, what were the odds that his brother? I said that was going to be his brother, Jake Paul.
Yeah, we had a better storyline.
No was the favorite. Opened up at $3, now closed at $2.
Oh my God! All right, 2 things that have blown me away already. Stephanie McMahon won. Somebody needs to keep a track of this. So I got to write this down. Stephanie McMahon won, and now Machine Gun Kelly, who has. I wonder if that's the blood around his neck of him and his. I think they may have broke up, but remember he was dating Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox.
They each other's fingers and put their blood in the thing and then wore it around their neck. He's crazy, but he's a big music star, big. But he weighs about $120. Tommy, what is he gonna do?
I don't know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna rap the guy to death or something? You know. But here's the other thing, Coach. He's got the Cleveland Brown colors on, and I watched last night when he came out. Man, that crowd. That wasn't a hometown welcome for him. They were more for LA Knight than they were for Logan Paul. And I know you're in your hometown. I was surprised he didn't get the pop that he was supposed to get. That's what surprised me most of all about Logan Paul being in his hometown. Because usually when you're the hometown guy, whether you're a heel or a babyface, you get the pop. And he didn't get the pop, Coach.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's similar to the Rock situation in January, and this was, and I think that's part of the reason why we're going to have such an important space moving forward here behind the turnbuckle, is to kind of explain why some of these things happen. And I'll never forget WrestleMania 18. They thought Rock was going to be one thing and Hogan was going to be the other thing, and they spent an entire week in the hotel putting the match together. They get out to the ring, and the crowd did absolutely the opposite of what they thought it was going to do. So Rock spent 10 minutes, what we thought was talking trash, and he was changing the match. So, Tommy, you bring up a good point. The crowd is not always going to give you what you think they're going to give you, and you better have a plan B. You better say, okay, wait a second. Oh, no. L.A. Knight just got out of a prime limousine. This is hilarious.
Who's with him, Coach? Who's with him? Who's with him?
Is it Megan Fox? Is it going to be Megan Fox?
Is it
his brother?
Is it Jake?
Is it his brother?
Oh, what is this?
He's going to kill this thing.
Oh. Okay, now that was a big miss. Tommy, why is it not real glass in this prime limousine? So he just tried to slam. That was a big miss. That was a big miss. He literally just took a pole and tried to smash the windows of the prime limousine truck that Logan came in on, and it was like paper. That was. Hey, what are we doing?
And by the way, you think Logan Paul gives a crap about him banging his window in? He's got millions and millions of dollars. What does that do? That does nothing for the match, does nothing for the storyline at all. If he came out with his brother Jake, oh my God, that's a holy shit moment, which we called. I kind of wanted that to happen, but it didn't happen. Instead, he missed on a fake glass.
That was bad.
Raphael, that was bad, wasn't it? And you could have shot that. You could have shot that at 3:00 this afternoon.
Yeah. I'm going to break this down a little on a betting point of view on this match.
I want to hear this.
LA Knight opened up a -$5. Quickly got bet down to $4. Logan Paul opened up as a dog 3-1, saying that he was going to lose his title, which I was still kind of blown away. Talked to some other odds makers who put out the same numbers. We went back and forth. I'm calling upset right here. I'm calling dog money right now. I'm saying Paul regains. He keeps his title. I think LA Knight doesn't get the title tonight. Here's another one. LA Knight doesn't need a title to get pops when he comes out. So I'm saying Logan as an underdog, 3-1 underdog. I think he retains. I think he's still the champ.
So can I refute? Could I answer him on that? So I think LA needs the title, okay? Because Logan doesn't. He's a social media. He has millions of fans. He's a huge superstar. You give LA Knight the title, it just ups him up in the WWE 200%. So, and I know he gets the crowd pop. But if you give him the U.S. title and let him go around doing some PLEs, house shows, what you have to do, Raw, SmackDown, well, he's a SmackDown guy. I think it really elevates his career a little. What do you think, Coach?
I agree with Tommy, because here's why. And they're fighting outside all these prime drinks. I mean, this is next level marketing right here. It's so smart. But Raphael, back in the day, we went through a time period where if you were a champion, you had to be there every single week. You had to be there to defend your title at house shows, all that kind of stuff. And I believe that on some level, Triple H or the powers that be are listening to the fan with 62 followers on Twitter saying, this guy needs to be here every week. He doesn't need to be there every week. That's how big of a star this dude is. He's like Pat McAfee. When he shows up, he shows out. And to me, that's what entertainment is. I've never agreed with having to be there every single week in pro wrestling. During my time, I missed one Monday in 520 weeks. I was there 519 weeks. And I hated the last 100 weeks, hated it.
Hey, Coach, I got a big news flash here. You saw him pushing the cart into Logan Paul. Did you see who was there standing there in the crowd? Did you see who it was?
Who?
Rock's mom. Rock's mom
is there?
Yep. Rock's mom.
There was a lot of rumors that The Rock comes out today.
Why would she be coming to this show, Coach?
Well, I know that Rock just wrapped his MMA movie,
He's
As did I. I also wrapped my MMA movie, Tommy, by the way, and wrapped it.
Oh, okay.
Oscar.
Thank you. It's called The Hands. People can watch it next March. But the fact that he did, and here's the other part, because I know Jimmy and Jay Uso were seen in Cleveland, and this is, Tommy, we talked about this a lot, and The Rock believes in this. Oh, what a move! Remind me, is this a no disqualification match, or am I missing something?
No,
they're
it's
all.
not.
It's
I
like
don't
every
think-
match they've thrown out, all the rules have been thrown out tonight because they spent more time outside of the ring than they have in. But when me and The Rock and Eugene did our thing back in, I think it was 2006, we snuck Rock in a car with tinted windows and a trunk. That's how much he wanted to surprise the crowd. So I haven't seen any video. I haven't seen any pictures. I haven't seen anything of Roman Reigns in Cleveland or Rock in Cleveland. Here's how far I think they would go to make this happen. I think they would fly either guy into Pittsburgh or Detroit and drive them over in a tinted window limousine, because I think the shock and the awe is that important. Do you guys think that they flew into Cleveland?
Dude, why would she be there, Coach? Like, I hate to say it. I didn't think Rock would show up here tonight. I think Roman's definitely showing up here tonight somewhere during the Cody match. He's getting that big entrance coming in. But I never thought I was going to see Rock, even if it's true. She's not there to see her nephew Roman or whatever, how she's related to him, right? I don't get that whole thing. But that was Rock's mom in the back there, Coach. That was definitely her.
Raphael, what were the odds again of Roman not just showing up, but getting in the ring tonight?
Their yes was -$4, and I actually took it down yesterday, knowing that there was rumors that he was going to show up at SmackDown. So I actually took that down. But as you were talking, I actually just reopened WrestleMania odds: Roman Reigns versus The Rock. So you can now bet on that, and Roman Reigns is still a favorite at -240. The Rock +260.
And you can bet that at MyBookie, because we love MyBookie. Call us. Yes, we do here at BTT. Love them. So right now, if you're just joining us, what time is it? I've lost track of time. I
It's
cannot believe
8:08 in the Eastern.
I cannot
Eastern,
believe
it's
we've been on
8:08.
for an hour. I'm full disclosure. I know there's just a few people in the chat right now. I never thought 6 months ago when Tommy talked me into doing this and producer man that I would have as much. This is so much fun. I'm having the time of my life. I'm just going to be, I'm not even kidding around. I love this shit. And I cannot believe, and Raphael, Tommy did not want you on the show tonight. I insisted, and I told him I wasn't going to tell you. So I don't want to start anything between you two, but Tommy did not want you here tonight. I'm just saying.
That's a lie, Raph. That's a lie. And by the way, he's lying about the other thing. He's the one that called me. We talked all the time and said, hey, how would you like to do this? And he's the one that got me into it, and it's the best move I ever made. And in the beginning, when he said you were on, I said, oh, you got a bookie on, huh? And that's how the bookie thing came out. So
I think that's why he didn't want me on the show, because I was probably giving him bad flashbacks. Since he's in the East, he probably had some bad flashbacks of bad bookies trying to hoe him down for some cash.
No comment.
This is actually a true story. As Logan Paul and LA Knight are in the middle of the ring right now, as we continue hour 2 of our very first watch along here at BTT Plus. Back in the day, I did, in the early 2000s, you had to have a bookie, and Tommy knows this story already. I used to drop my money off at a bodega every Tuesday in Norwalk, Connecticut. And I get a call from one of my best buddies. He goes, did you see the front page news? I said, what? It says the largest bust of, what do they call those, Tommy? Who's half of your family? Like the Godfather.
Yeah.
Oh,
you mean like the Gambino?
Yeah, like Gambino.
Yeah, the mob.
Yeah. So these guys love me, though, because I always lost just enough to let them keep me betting, but I was the perfect better for them. And the front page says that they've been monitoring this bodega for 3 years. So I knew that on video somewhere, I was on video dropping off. I would get a Twix bar and leave my $2,000 or whatever. And every Tuesday I would do that. And one of the guys' name was Sharky, because his loan sharking was his big deal. He got 3 years in prison for that bust. Swear to God. And a year and a half later, because it takes a while to get convicted, I'm driving down the street in Stamford, Connecticut, where the WWE was, where we lived for 10 years. I'm going to Tommy's house. I kid you not. And I get call. I look down and Sharky on the phone. I hadn't seen him in years. I'd stopped betting. And he's like, Coach, you can't say hello to me. And I'm like, Sharky, my bad. My heart's just thumping. And he goes, I'm just messing with you. I saw you drive by on the street. I said, didn't you get in trouble, Sharky? He goes, yeah, I go away next Thursday. I got like 48 to 64 months. But hey, business still up. You want to keep playing? Call my brother. I never called his brother. I said, I'm good. I am good. True story, though. Me and Tommy have been through it, Raphael.
Yes, sir, man. Unbelievable.
You're a part of the family, Raphael, moving
Yes.
forward. We're going to do this shit. I'm telling you, next 25 years.
Yep.
By the way,
I'm excited to be here. I would have canceled my boxing stuff that I guaranteed. I would have gave them their money back to do this and stuff like that. But
What's that,
next
is
one.
that the Crawford fight?
Yeah, I'm actually doing it for the Andy Ruiz Jr. fight, the heavyweight fight. I know I was camp and stuff like that, so they asked me to do some live stuff for them. So, but the Crawford fight's the main event.
By the way, that's another
He's going to
Riyadh.
fight Canelo in September. They're really wanting him to fight Canelo next year for Cinco de Mayo.
Do you know who's calling the fight tonight?
No.
Grisham.
Is he?
My best friend in the whole
Todd
world.
Grisham.
Nice. I love when
he was too lazy to get his ass up yesterday morning and come on DTL. He was like, I'm tired. I'm in LA. Because it's not in Saudi Arabia. It's in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's in Los Angeles. And they've been blowing it out.
Stadium? The BMO Stadium, isn't it?
It's at the soccer stadium. Yeah, it's going to be big. Yeah, Grisham is the new voice of soccer. Or boxing.
He's great. And funny. You want to hear about stories?
I love listening to him call fights.
You should hear him call fights about him and Coach back in the day, not fights. That needs to be on BT.
He was in the delivery room. He was in the delivery room for my daughter. He was in the delivery room.
He needs to be on. That needs to be on BTT Plus. Coach and Grish stories.
Did you just see
that was a nice move.
That was an incredible move. LA Knight on top of the ropes, jumps up, and then drops a Macho Man elbow as Slim Jim is all over. That's just great stuff right there.
Yep.
There's these little details, Tommy, that there is so
storytelling.
Cool.
Yes. Yep. Look at this. There it is.
All right. So LA Knight has Logan Paul up. Logan Paul just looks like a superstar, man. I mean, he's. I know there's been negative things out there, but I mean, hell, when you live in the public eye, we've all had negative stuff. And most of the time, it is not true because people love a good headline. But man, this guy, all he's tried to do is build businesses, make money, be entertaining. And Raphael, do you understand how difficult it is to have matches like this when you don't wrestle full time? Ring rust is a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah, you guys would know more than that, and just to hear stories that I read and stuff, I just can't believe how good he's in the ring.
Did you just see that?
Wow!
Did you just see that? That's what you're talking about, Coach.
Yep.
Did you just see that move?
That is crazy for a I shouldn't say part timer, but he is a part time wrestler.
He's a part timer. That's what he is.
Yeah,
and it's okay.
It's just nuts what he just did.
Wow.
Okay.
You are correct, Jonathan. You are correct.
Wow.
Slow motion. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh.
That's a guy who works on his craft when he's not there 24/7, Coach. As we talk about this guy, when he gets ready for a match, he's at the Performance Center working out every day, man. As Hurricane Helms told us when he was on our show, Behind the Turnbuckle some months ago, because he works with he works with Logan all the time.
Yeah, he was.
Do other wrestlers appreciate that? Do other wrestlers see this and do they like give him props in the back, or they're like, oh, he's part time?
I think it's probably 50-50 because here's why, Raphael.
Okay.
The ones that have their spot, they respect him. The guys that want to have a spot, they're pissed off because he's taking their spot. Now,
they're not. You're right.
The money has changed just a little bit because back when we were in our prime, John says, "Holy crap, near fall." Depending on where you were in the pay-per-view is how you got paid. So if you were in the main event at WrestleMania, you made $1 million for that one match. But now they started putting shows together for more storyline purposes than more than really the level of stars. Because, I mean, look at what started the show tonight. That was a really good storyline. So, and house shows, Raphael, were put together like that as well. You usually have what we called curtain jerkers. who were like the lowest superstars, they'd get like $1,500, and then you'd go all the way up to $40,000 or $50,000 a show. And so, it's I would say it's probably 50-50. Wouldn't you say, Tommy? There's a lot of guys that are not happy Logan Paul's around.
You are absolutely right, Coach. You're in. Oh man!
Oh, no, he did not get all the way over. I hope he's okay.
Wow!
He kicked out. Holy! Oh my God!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God! See, that's where a little inexperience comes in. He did not get his body all the way over, but he's okay. He kicked out. Holy smokes, that was dangerous. Here's the replay from up top.
Watch Logan. Watch Logan.
See,
oh. You
see what I'm talking about there, guys? He landed almost on his neck. That was probably 6 inches away from being really, really bad. But you've got to get your body, and it's got to come over flat. Everything you do is a flat back. The very first thing I ever did in the ring was squat down and just go back and learn.
Wait, he's look, Coach. He's asking for the brass knucks. Maybe he's looking at Machine Gun. Watch.
Oh, that's a bad slip.
That's it. Have a bad acting. Look how bad Machine Gun Kelly. He's clapping for no reason. I would love to know who's that. All right, LA Knight. So those are his boys. All right, those are clearly extras. Raphael. They got so. Because Machine Gun Kelly's never going to get his ass whipped like that.
No, he ain't taking that bump.
Oh, please slap Machine Gun Kelly, please.
Oh,
that would be amazing if they slap.
Now, Rock's mom is right behind Machine Gun Kelly. If you could watch. Wait a minute. I hope they take that shot again. Damn it.
Wow. Megan Fox would probably wish that LA Knight took a swing at him.
He's asking for it.
Oh. All right, so Machine Gun Kelly is handing him something. Oh, yeah, it is the Nux. It is the Nux. Keep it on?
Look at how dumb this is.
This is the problem I have incorporating celebrities into a match. Some guys are like Gronk was great. Gronk was good at Machine Gun is okay, and here comes the Nux, and you're gonna punch him right as you suplex right. Yep, there it is. Nobody saw it. He goes down. Oh, okay. Oh, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
Let me catch this 3-1. Oh.
1, 2. Oh!
We called another one.
Wow.
Did I not call that?
3. We said it.
Did I not call that one?
He needs the title. He needs the title. So Logan Paul loses in his hometown. We called it on the War Room.
Wow. I have a little watch-along party here. And my buddy Herbie, 45, we're 3 for 3, Coach, for this tonight. He's giving me the thumbs up. He called it. We called this, Coach. We called this.
There's got to be one dog. There's got to be one dog winner.
Raphael, Tom, you'll know this about Raphael. He always gets pissed off depending on which side this thing could have gone. And that's what I love about Raphael. It all comes back to the odds, always.
Rafi, you're pissed? Numbers. You're pissed?
Yeah, I just think this. I don't think. First of all, I don't think LA Knight is as good as people thought he was. So I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan. It doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter, but I thought Jake Paul at 3-1 was a good bet.
Coach, what does it matter that you're over, right?
Over like Rover. Well, and what did I say 10 minutes ago? That there's a certain. Oh my God, they showed that bump again. Oh my gosh, he may have cracked ribs. He might have cracked ribs. He may have. There's a certain part of the pro wrestling community that believes that you should literally forego anything else in your life for this business and be there every single week, every single show. And I've never believed that, even though I lived it for well over 10 years my first time. And so Logan Paul has a lot of things going on. He shows up 8 to 10 times a year. They don't want a belt on a guy that shows up 8 to 10 times a year. They just don't. And LA Knight, people forget, it's not like he's 25. I think he might be 40, like in his 40s.
Wow, really?
Right? He's
Yeah,
been
he
around
is.
for a long
He
time.
is. Yep, he is. Yep.
A really, really
See,
long time.
and Rafi, Logan doesn't need it. In a month, nobody will remember this because he is so popular in the social media and the things he can do. He doesn't need it. Where this is going to elevate LA Knight even more in my eyes.
Correct.
Tommy, you know what's going to get me mad now? Now I have to put odds. Who is he going to face at WrestleMania now?
Oh,
'Cause
8 months
I
from
have
now?
odds. Yeah, because I have odds on who John Cena's, who's Cody Rhodes going to wrestle at WrestleMania. So now I'm going to have to put LA Knight. Who's LA Knight going to wrestle now at
I'm
WrestleMania?
not
Because
sure
he'll
if he's
have the
going to have.
belt.
I'm
He'll
not sure
have
if
the
he's
belt
going to
all the
have
way
it.
to
You
WrestleMania.
think he will? I'm not sure about that. I don't
Look
know.
what Jonathan says. Not a huge LA Knight fan like you, Raphael, but this is what he needed. And this is also the thing I love about the three of us, and our audience is just going to grow every single show. Is I saw a thing on social media. They said we can disagree and still get along, and that's what I love about pro wrestling. At least smart people, anyway. Is you can disagree. We can talk about storylines. We watch it. We go, I was right, you were wrong, or you were right, I was wrong. I love this shit, man. I mean, this was freaking awesome. So we're 3 matches in, 4 scheduled to go, and we have been on for about an hour and 20 minutes. Raphael, do you need to go? Because I love having you on.
I have a half hour, and I want to talk about, just in case I missed this one. The Nia Jax Bailey is the most money bet in this card, and it's kind of the biggest lopsided. I mean, it
All right,
opened
we'll
up as
get
a
to that.
pick'em.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll take a quick break. If you guys missed any of our Vince Russo interview, here's a little piece of that. 3-parters the last 3 weeks.
Here's what I regret. This is the one thing I regret. And, you know, I have a feeling that you two may be on the same page with me. Bro, when I was working for the WWE, not WCW, because I had smartened up by then. When I was working for WWE, I clearly put my family on the back burner. Without a shadow of a doubt, my job was more important to me than my family. Bro, I think about that to this day, and it makes me sick to my stomach. I can't take it back. The stuff that I missed for a guy that didn't appreciate any of it. That coach is my biggest regret.
You know what? You're absolutely right, Vince.
Yeah, me too.
When we had remember when the company didn't have that much money, you had the Saturday stay over. I had to leave in the middle of the summer, my kids' little league game in the 3rd inning to go to Arkansas or something like that and sit there in a hotel room while all these mothers and fathers there are watching their kids play. And I had to leave by the 3rd inning to get to the airport. You want to talk about dedication, man? Meanwhile, the boss flies on a charter jet on the day of the show. So, like, it's incredible what we put into this company.
Tommy, what about this? This was the worst thing for me. Yeah, Tommy, I still what you say. I still remember missing my son's first home run when he was about 10. I still remember that. But Tommy, this had to be the worst for me. And Coach, I don't think you are a part of this. Tommy, what about on a Saturday having to drive into Manhattan for Saturday night shotgun? And then, Coach, and then it would be shot at like 10 o'clock at night. You're driving home from Manhattan at 1, 2 in the freaking morning.
Yep.
We did everything, all of us, the 3 of us, everything ever asked of us. For what? For you to get beat up by The Undertaker and Batista? For what, Coach?
Right.
And it's funny that we play that little piece right now because we were just talking about it. And I hope that Triple H, and we've heard this is happening, that, you know, Stephanie's been out for a while, and he took a year off when he had the heart attack. You've got to, I don't care what business it is, guys. You can't work 52 weeks a year. Vince did that for 40 years. Michael Cole has not missed a show in 25 plus years. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Logan Paul has it right. Roman Reigns has it right. These guys have it right. Work for 4 months, take 3 weeks off. I've never felt like, Raphael, we used to get so pissed. WrestleMania, there was a party. You know who enjoyed the party? It was the camera guys, the production guys that got to go, and the wrestlers had to show up and then be at the next town the next night, and they could never enjoy it. And they were the talent. They were the one putting the show on, but they could never enjoy it, even at the WrestleMania party, because Raw was next night. And that always bugged the hell out of me. It still does. It still does. And listening to Vince Russo, it's just, we all went through that. Missing your son's first home run for what? A Saturday, writing out 10 scripts or whatever it was. And Raphael, most of the time, Vince would rip it up on Saturdays anyway. And you'd rewrite it on Sundays and Mondays. So it was like you wasted 6 days of your life for nothing.
You're absolutely right, Coach. You're absolutely right. So we're getting into this match. I'm assuming Nia Jax's match is the next match. What are the odds in this match, Raf?
Well, this one was the one that's the most intriguing one. This has the most money bet on it. It opened up a pick'em, -110, -120 on both sides. Nia Jax was now -$2 favorite in this match before we cut it all out. Great two-way action all week. And then yesterday, some heavy money was coming in and Nia Jax. I'm a little shocked on why was this match so heavily bet, and B, the big line sweep. I really thought Bayley was going to win this match, but I'm a little bit confused on this one. But I was a little shocked at this one being the most bet match out of all SummerSlam.
So
I
is there
think
any
I have
odds
the answer
on?
to that.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tommy. Sorry.
Any
Go ahead,
odds
Tommy.
on Tiff cashing in tonight?
Ooh, I did forget to put that on there, but probably I should have. I don't think she shows up and puts that on there. I mean, she might show up. I don't think she gives up.
I think they are going to push Trish way more than Nia. I've been very public about this, and even when I went back in 2018, I am not a Nia Jax fan. I think she's exactly what Bayley. When they put stuff into a promo like they did with Bayley 2 weeks ago, there's a certain level of truth to that. And when Bayley said, "You're dangerous, you're all of these things," that's exactly who Nia Jax is. There is no way, the way that she works. Am I right, Tommy? There is no way that she's going to jump in the air and land on somebody and be able to protect them the way that she does it to make it look with the impact that she does. And she's had 4, 5, 6 different chances with this company right here. And part of the reason, Raphael, to answer your question, have we seen Bayley other than showing up for red carpet events, showing up for promotional stuff or a TV show? Have they used her other than that, and she's the WWE Women's Champion?
She's the most irrelevant champ that they have right now, Coach. We didn't even hear about this. You don't even see her anywhere. Nobody even talks about it. Nobody talks about Bayley being the women's champ. Am I right or wrong? You're right. Amazing.
You're right.
It's
she's been at the 49ers training camp more than they would talk about that.
That is true. It is true. And I guarantee you that for Bayley, who's been around for many, many, many. Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's
what
like the Tin Man.
Wait a second. Did they? I'm gonna call Rodney, because if I feel like a lot of the outfits, they didn't talk to each other, Tommy, because they all look very similar.
Yeah, they do.
The women.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, now she's gonna be all serious. Bayley insulted her. Oh no. And she's going to come down. She's queen of the ring. To me, Tiffany, and Jonathan says, I hope they let Tiff cash it in. When you get to SummerSlam, Raphael and Tommy, it's about who you're going to push for the rest of the year into the Royal Rumble. And Tiffany has star potential. And Nia Jax has been around for 30 years. Bayley's been around for at least 15 years. And at some point, they're great what we call hands, but are they going to be people you're going to hitch your wagon to and push them to the moon? Tommy, I would say no.
No, not at all. The only thing I question, Coach, is that is it too early for Tiffany? She hasn't been up on the main roster long, and to give her the title tonight, that's a big deal. That's putting your eggs and all in one basket, that she can carry this for a while. And that's the only thing I question. If she was up for more like almost a year, I would say cash in big time. But boy, if she does it tonight, that's telling you what the company thinks of her.
The other problem here too, Raphael, is, and I think it has to be a very weird situation when you got Seth Rollins, who's married to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is arguably from a financial standpoint, the most successful women's wrestler of all time. And you've got video of Charlotte Flair working out in the ring to try to come back from her injury. When you look at making odds, does any of that stuff play in for you?
Not on SummerSlam. I didn't think Charlotte would come back, but star power. I know that no rumors that Becky's there, but this match, like I said, was a little bit confusing. I didn't see Tiffany. I totally agree with Joey. I think it's too soon for that one. For what Tommy said, I just don't see that happening. But I'm a little shocked that they're going to take the belt away from the quietest women's champion of all time. You guys are 100% correct that she's just not being pushed like she should. Because I've been saying this before. She was the MVP during the COVID years. She carried the WWE during the COVID, during the TV viewing ship. So she's got a bump and raise just for that itself. But for how they're handling her now, a little shocked. Even though I love her shaved side hairdo with the different designs that they do.
Yeah, it's really cool having you on the show, Raphael. I got to say that you're much more entertaining than Tommy is on the War Room every week when I just slap him around. I got to tell you that. That is awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Tommy, maybe I should bring Raphael in the War Room one week so I can beat him up too.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're beating everybody, Coach. You might as well bring your buddy in right here. But I think me and Rafi have been hit on every point so far. So there you go.
You've nailed everything. You have nailed everything.
We're carrying Coach. I mean, we're carrying Coach right now. So, I mean.
Well, that is true. That is very, very true. Hey, how cool is this video of Bayley, by the way, guys? Look at that. I love that camera shot.
And it's a twilight hour. That's really cool.
I love it because most of the time, depending on the time of year, Tommy brings up a good point, Raphael, that when you cross over from dusk into nighttime, and it reminds me of, Tommy, remember when I went to we had that big rock and roll festival and they sent us over to announce, and it was Creed and it was Limp Bizkit, and Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit said, he was supposed to go on. He was the main event of the afternoon. I was like, he's not going to buy that shit. And then Creed was the main event in the evening. And Fred Durst said, I don't perform before the sun goes down, and refused to go out. And they got in a fist fight with Creed because Scott Stapp at the time, that was when he was in his whole, always screwed up and always messed up and stuff. And Samantha Irvin, I tell you what, she gets into her job. I'm a big fan just from a performance standpoint. I think she's awesome. She
broke the internet 2 days ago for.
Oh my God! Yes, I know.
She posts a lot of pictures.
Yes, she does, Coach. Yes, she does.
Not this kind of a picture she posts.
Yes, she does.
Back in the day, they wouldn't have been allowed to do that. I think Triple H has really changed the culture and allowed them to have their own brand, their own thing. And now we're back to the announcement where you make the title mean something. It's like a boxing match. Look at Bayley. Oh, see, this is what I love, Tommy. I love it. We know it's a work. We know it's a work. But when you get in there, it's not a work to them. It's not a work to her, meaning it's not fake to her. This is real life. This is what matters. You're in front of 65,000 people. I love when talent really, really gets into it. I really do, Tommy.
And by the way, Coach, everybody has new ring gear tonight except our buddy Sami Zayn. He came in with the same friggin' sweatshirt. Everybody has new ring gear. Just making that point big time here.
Maybe Cole's wasn't open.
Cody's. Wait till you see Cody's. I got a little sneak peek a couple days ago.
Use him all.
That's right, because we had Rodney on and he talked about it, but we never saw it. So Coach has the inside. He saw a picture, so we didn't.
Yeah, I'll drop names. All right, so let's do the over-under real quick. Over-under on minutes this match lasts. Raphael?
I'm going to say, if I had to post odds, I would say over-under 16 and a half minutes.
16 and a half, Tommy?
10 to 15 minutes.
I'm going to say under 10.
Wow, under 10.
Right now. Yeah, Raphael, you can't have Nia Jax, who's supposed to be this monster. You can't have her wrestle for 16 minutes because, A, she's going to blow herself up. B, then you're like, well, she's not the beast that we thought that she was. Interesting. By the way, there was that picture of Bayley and Sasha Banks or Mercedes the other day. Did you guys see that?
Yes, I saw it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another thing. It's and I'm cool with the talent hanging out. I could care less We're not a WWE show. We're not an AEW show. But we've talked a lot, Raphael, here on BTT about talent protecting their own brand and being smarter than posting a picture on a Monday night when you're the Wyatt Six at a Whataburger right when you've released your gimmick. And I'm not so sure that I would be posting pictures with the biggest star of the other company that just signed. I don't know if I would do that, but it's not me. So they can do what they want. And Vince Russo agreed too. He's like, what happened to protecting a little bit of the integrity of the business? Raphael is a fan. You're a fan first, but you're more on inside than the average person. Does it bother you when you see somebody post and completely give away storylines and gimmicks for no reason?
No, because I'm gonna go on my profession. I hang out and talk to other guys who work in other casinos. And I remember when I went back when I first started at Caesars, they hated us going across the street to talk to the Imperial Palace, where Jay Carnegie, one of the famous odds makers in Las Vegas, they hated us to talking over there and talking about, "Ooh, we need this game and we don't need this game. We wish we had more action." They hated us talking about that. So no, I'm all for it. We're all in the same industry. So same thing with wrestlers. If you guys are all in the same industry, hats off if you guys want to hang out.
Tommy, he's dead to me. Raphael's officially dead to me. Not the answer I was looking for.
He swerved you, Coach.
He did. He swerved me big time.
Big time swerve on your part, man. And by the way, this is a match where there'll be no storytelling. It'll be bing bang boom. Nia just throwing her around. No slow, methodical. I'm gonna get you for a while, then you're gonna get me. It just doesn't work like that with when you got such a,
oh God, well, Tommy, it's hard to tell storylines when you're not a very good worker. And we're just going to be honest on the show. We're not going to be fake. And to me, Nia Jackson's never been a good worker. By the way, Jonathan in the chat said Sasha, aka the most overrated women's performer. Oh, Jonathan, so you've seen Behind the Turnbuckle. Thank you for watching. That's exactly how we feel right here at BTT. All right, so we're up to about 4 minutes since we all said it would. Oh my gosh, it's just like slow motion. It is like slow motion.
That's 4 minutes match time, right? Not entrance, not introductions or none. That's just match time you're talking
just
right
match
now.
Time. Yeah, I said how long a match would last. Yeah. Oh no. She dropped the leg on the apron, and for anybody that's never taken it, it doesn't feel good. I don't care if it's a tiny person, because your body's extended out and you're taking the brunt of. Oh, look at Bayley. I've always appreciated the effort that Bayley gives, and I like it. You guys like her outfit tonight? I like it.
Yeah, it looks sharp. Looks really good, and she did her eyes the same way, and her hair is purple and everything. So,
like Coach, you said, she cares when she's in there. She cares. You could tell the way she brings herself into the ring, how she's talking to the crowd. She cares. That's why she's probably one of my favorite female wrestlers.
I agree with you, Raphael. And also, you got to remember, she's been around for such a long time, and not every talent. GST says Nia needs to learn how to work like Yokozuna or Earthquake. That's a really good statement.
Yeah.
You can go back and watch that video. Oh, no. Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. She's got, what are we doing? Oh, Bailey's trying to do an MMA move and choke her out.
He must have been watching the Megan Emma fight today at the UFC Abu Dhabi.
I watched all that. Yeah. By the way, AB texted me. He texted me at like 6 o'clock. He goes, "Hey, you got any picks for the UFC tonight?" I said, "Do you mean the event that was over 5 minutes ago?" He didn't know it was a daytime show in Abu Dhabi. Oh, no. He just did the Rolling Thunder and dropped the leg like Hulkster. New champion. No! Kick out. All right, we are now at 6 minutes, gentlemen.
He's timing it. You're timing it. I love it.
Man. Damn right I am. I want to beat you guys. Are you kidding me? You know how competitive I am. My goodness. So
I would love to get the 16 and a half minutes and go do it and drop the mic and leave. Deuces, I'm out.
That would be great. Oh, no. All right, so now Nia's going up to the top rope, a place she should never be. All right, so she's putting her feet on the middle rope, and if she drops a leg, and she stays there, I was gonna say I would never stay there. You got to be out of your mind. I remember the time that Goldberg wanted to throw me through a door. Oh, little belly to belly. How about that, Bailey? 1, 2. Oh, what a win that would be. He wanted to throw me through a door, and they couldn't take it off the hinges. And so Goldberg's like, "Hey, Vince, I can still get Coach to bust through that door even with the hinges still on it." And Vince says, "No, you can't. No, you can't." And I'm standing there going, "No, you can't. No, you can't." Oh my God. Goldberg. I love Goldberg. We're going to have him on BTT at some point. He's a really good dude. He gets a lot of crap, but he's a really good dude.
By the way, the crowd is not into this match at all, Coach.
Well, look behind them. They're all walking. They're going to get
It's a piss break. What do they call that? The piss break match?
Remember, in house shows, we call it the popcorn match.
That's what it is.
It's the popcorn match. And don't. Okay, so if she lands
this is dangerous.
This will be
the cave her chest in.
Oh, Tom, did you notice she took all the weight on her legs before she went down? Because she's hurt, Raphael. She's hurt people before like that.
Oh yeah,
that was weak. That was weak, Coach.
That was really weak.
I'm trying to think who she hurt really bad on that move. I can't. The names. I can't think of it.
Name one. I mean, it's been. I think at some point she hurt Bailey, and which is why they did the whole back and forth. All right, that's gonna be the last negative thing about Nia Jax. I don't want to make it all about that, even though I am being very funny tonight. I will say that. By the way, it is we're about an hour and 41 minutes into this thing, and I'm having a ball. Thank you to Jonathan and GST, the very first two people. A lot of people watching at home, but not in the chat. We have a premium side. This is premium. We're going to do watch along for every single PLE. The first of every month, we're going to do a live Q&A. We have a live Monday show after Monday Night Raw. We're going to start doing videos on Raphael's odds every single Monday and hopefully on Fridays as well. So a lot of content that we're just getting started here at Behind the Turnbuckle. We're currently watching SummerSlam live from Cleveland. Nia Jax and Bailey for the WWE Women's Championship. And they're going to, Raphael, you may cash this. We're up to like 9 minutes. Tommy, you said 10 to what? 10 to 15?
10 to 15. Yeah.
10 to 15. So that might be the sweet spot. Well, there's only 7 matches. You know they got to go 6 hours. So you got to fill that time. Remember the days of 3-hour pay-per-views?
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember the days of 3-hour pay-per-views.
Those were the days, man.
Yeah.
Those were the days. I remember my first pay-per-view match, Raphael, was against Tajiri. And he used to pretend like he couldn't speak English. But he had lived in the United States for 12 years. And we were practicing, and Dean Malenko, the great Dean Malenko, was our agent. Oh, and I said to Jerry, as long as I get my big move on the outside. I said it to Jerry, as long as I get my shit in, we'll be fine. And to Jerry looks at me, he goes, "You have shit?" And Dean Malenko said, "No, he is the shits." He is the shits.
Oh, I used to love watching Dean Malenko in the ring.
Oh, the man of a million holds, right? Man of a million holds? 1,000 holds. Million holds.
Hey, Coach, what was your face pay-per-view? Where was it at? I'm trying to remember.
It was against Tajiri. It was against Tajiri, and it was like Backlash. Or one of
no, your first one, not working in the ring.
Well, I started, my first time on air was January 2000. I started in fall of 99, so that had to be Royal Rumble.
It was at the Garden, Madison Square Garden.
Was that the very first one?
Yes, because I remember. I'll tell you a quick story because this match is so bad that me and Coach rode together. Right? So it was his first pay-per-view, right? And I got this guy, and we think we're all hip and everything. So we're driving to Philly because we had Raw the next night in Philly. So Coach has
wait a second, Tommy! Oh my God! That just made up for everything.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
A power bomb. I bet she's never been power bombed before.
No.
And the crowd's
there's
up.
a replay
Look at that, Tommy.
coming. Hold on. There's a replay coming.
Oh my God.
Come on, you got to replay that.
JJ, come in here.
Come on, Marty. Marty, replay
JJ,
that, Marty.
We're having a live watch along party. Hey, look who's here.
What's up, JJ?
Big man.
What's up, JJ?
Big man. Did you see that power bomb? Holy cow. Oh, and a kick out. And a kick out. How good's my man looking right here?
Look at
Tom?
how, man, that's the golfer of the year right there, man. I've been
Yeah.
watching him in 10 years.
He shot even par today, and he's angry.
No, not even par.
Even par. And how old are you?
Sorry, 1 under today. He's 13.
He was 1 under.
He was 1 under today. Yeah, shot a
Here
69
comes
the other day.
Tiffany. Here comes
Wow,
Tiffany.
Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. All right, she's going to. We thought
This is a swerve, Coach.
for
I
four.
don't think
You
I don't
this
think
is
she's
swerve?
doing it.
This is making more time for over 16 and a half.
Oh, you would do that, Raphael. All right. This is. Oh my gosh.
What is going on here?
So is she going after Bailey? Since Bailey's still a champ?
Well,
Why
she
would she
has
cash
to,
it in
right?
like
That's
that?
ridiculous.
That makes no sense. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what a power bomb! Why would you not cover there?
What
You're
the
gonna
hell?
do it again. You're gonna do
What's
it again.
going on?
And you can't get her up. And that's it.
Oh, come on, there.
Oh no,
Bailey's...
Tommy, she's gonna do it again.
Are you kidding me?
And she's gonna do it
Tiffany's
again.
gonna pick. Tiffany's gonna cash in right now.
Clean,
Wow.
clean, Coach.
Wow, clean as a whistle.
Well, I didn't have that one. Neither did my buddy Herbie, who's sitting right here
Yeah, I
watching.
didn't have either. I
We
thought
didn't
Bailey
have
would
that
win.
one.
Raphael, I don't even think we had odds on that.
No, we didn't.
So why is Tiff out?
That makes
Was it a swerve to Bailey because they're in cahoots together? Because they did an interview before in the preview show.
Okay, so she's down right now. See, there we go. Oh, so now
They're together. She can't.
Okay,
She can't cash in now.
All right, so now storytelling. Let's talk about storytelling for a second. Why would Nia Jax need Tiffany to help her beat Bailey? Because if they're doing it together, like right now, you're my girl, you're my dog. Why would Nia Jax need Tiff to help beat?
It's a great
Bailey?
question. It's a great question. Here it is, and they're going to replay.
This is the
Look,
biggest power bomb. That was great. I'll give Bailey all the credit in the world. I've never seen Nia Jax power bomb before, ever. And then drops the Macho Man, and it's over. And the kick out at 2.5. And then here comes Tiffany.
So it throws Bailey off, but not much because she hits her.
Yeah.
Right. She gets up, and
that was a weird one. Coach, that's weird for me.
It really is. It really is.
Because it didn't do anything. Because Bailey was there and she gave her a shot to the face.
Well, I'll say this. I really enjoyed the end of that match. I really, really did.
Yes,
I thought
the
it
ending.
picked up. Raphael, I know you got to go. Your final thoughts, because this was the match that most people financially, betting wise, were into. So your thoughts on this, and then quickly on the rest of the night, because I know you got to go talk a little boxing elsewhere.
I know, and the books lost on this one, so I might be asking Coach for either a raise or I can move in. But this was a bad loss for the books. I mean, because like I said, Nia Jax money came in, but it should be interesting. Again, I'm still really interested to see the Drew McIntyre CM Punk. What's that match going to be? It opened up. Seeing Drew McIntyre.
There she is, Coach. There she is. See her?
Sorry.
There she is.
That's the Rock's mother.
Yeah.
That she's hugging right now. That's the Rock's mother.
She didn't come to see Nia, dude. Is that right?
Well, I know
She didn't look like she wanted to be hugged.
Yeah. All right, real quick. Sorry, Raphael. Continue.
Oh no, that's if I see him, I don't want The Rock to be mad at me. We weren't talking about his mom, but yeah, I'm really excited to see that match just because I can go way different ways. Drew McIntyre opened up a $3 favorite, now he's a $2 favorite. This one I think is a disqualification, something I just think Seth Rollins gets involved. But I'm just curious now with The Rock being there, I can guarantee you my TV will have SummerSlam on sound, boxing on mute, because I really want to see if the Rock comes out with Roman Reigns, because it's going to be crazy. Because why is The Rock's mom there? I have no idea.
Can you do me a favor? And if you have any thoughts, text us and I'll read them on the air because I know you're going to be other places. Because what do I say all the time? The DTL crew is everywhere. Everywhere. You're the best, buddy. Go do your thing, and we will see you Monday.
Take it easy, guys.
Rafael Esparza, my numbers guy. Can't do without him. We've got the best crew in the business, Tommy. I'm telling you right now, on DTL, on BTT. I'm having a blast, and just the guys that we have. I mean, how funny is Raphael, and so smart from a betting perspective.
Very good.
Wow.
Excellent.
And I hope that you feel not as guilty not wanting him on now. Okay. GST says, thanks, Raphael. Thank you, GST, because Raphael, he's a huge wrestling fan, obviously. But the world of sports betting, Tommy, has really changed. And we bet, the other day I called him to talk about something. He was making odds for Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And like that, he makes odds for everything. Like everything. So it's crazy. All right, Tommy, I think this match is next.
This is what the one we wanted. This is what I.
All right, so Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Tommy, when guys really don't like each other, that's when it's the best. On a scale of 1 to 10, because I can't tell, I really can't. How real do you think this rivalry is between Seth and CM Punk? Do you really think Seth has not let it go? And every interview I see from Drew McIntyre, he is blasting CM Punk. I think both guys legit do not like him.
Look, Coach, we've been in this business how long? We know what's a work. We know what's a shoot and everything like that. When you see Seth Rollins talking to Michael Cole and CM Punk, and especially Drew, it's the truth, man. They really don't. They don't like Punk. Punk don't like them. And the whole agenda tonight, man, there's going to be a little shooting, little stiff shots going on in this ring. And like we said a couple of weeks ago, that if this match isn't a banger, the crowd's going to crap all over this whole storyline that's been going on for like 6 months, dude.
Back when we worked for Vince used to tell us all the time that the best storylines are the real ones. And people used to ask me all the time, and they've been asking me the last few weeks, how can you work with somebody that you legitimately hate? And I say, do you think everybody in the NBA likes each other on a team? You think everybody in the NFL? Hell no. But when you're making a lot of money and you're in the top of the business, you put your personal feelings aside and you do what we used to call, and what we call in the business, doing business. That's how you get this done. But Tommy, I could probably name 5 to 10 different people that were forced to get in the ring with guys they didn't like. And yeah, you get a little stiff sometimes. Yeah, you may lay it in sometimes. But that's when it's the absolute best.
You are absolutely right.
But Tommy, there's the rules tonight. I don't know what I'm watching. All that talking on Monday night. What are the rules tonight?
There is no rules, Coach. I don't know what it is. Seth said, I'll count to 3 when I want. If I don't want to do it, if I want to disqualify you, I will. So it makes it sound like Seth has all the power here, which he shouldn't have all the power. It should be about Drew and Punk all night long here. So we will see. We'll know right from the beginning, Coach, how this match is going to go. So
we talked about it on the War Room or on one of our shows, Tommy. Here's what because of this round robin thing, but really it's 2 guys on one side of the fence and it's CM Punk on the other side. And to me tonight, that would make the most sense would be somehow Seth helps Drew beat CM Punk. Drew's pissed off at Seth because of the storyline from WrestleMania. CM Punk is pissed off at Seth for not allowing him to beat Drew. And that, to me, would make the most sense.
That does make the most sense, Coach. I just want to get to the match, man. Enough with the package here. I know it's a great package, and I know they work hard at this stuff, but let's just get to it, man. I would love to see this match start without even ring announce. They both come in the ring and boom, they just go at it. That would be the smart thing to do. Like, you've been waiting so long to get your hands on each other. Why do you need a ring announce? You get 2 entrances, and boom, they just go at it from that point on.
I think that'd be a good point. They won't do that, but I think that would, and I'm still trying to figure out because CM Punk, he legitimately got hurt at the Royal Rumble. We know that. And he was out for several months. How do you throw him in? What does Jonathan say? He says in the pre-show interviews, Seth indicated he hated Punk more. Wonder if he helps Drew. That's exactly, Jonathan, what we were talking about. So I think a lot of people hate Punk, and there's a lot of layers to it. It's not just about how he left, Tommy, and he literally was scorched earth and buried everybody in the process.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But Tommy, think about this. Think about if you're working and they're bringing Seth Rollins in now, and you're working and you stay there, you work your ass off, you continue to make pretty good money, and all of a sudden, after a decade, they bring CM Punk back, and Tommy, he asked for every last dollar he could get, and he's probably making $5, $6, $7 million a year. That's got to piss off some guys.
Look, that reaction you saw from Seth Rollins to Survivor Series, that was not enhanced, dude. That was real deal stuff, man. That was real deal stuff because they kayfabed everybody on CM Punk coming back. Like nobody knew that he was back. Maybe Hayes, maybe PS knew, and maybe the inner circle with Triple H. But other than that, none of the boys knew, Coach. None of them, and they kept him out of sight, out of mind, all day long.
There are a certain number of superstars, Tommy, and I would put Seth Rollins in that category that know that if WWE fires them, they've got another multi-million-dollar contract they can walk into. They may not want to do that, but they know they can. And so when you're talking about CM Punk and you don't get a phone call and you don't get the Iggy, as we like to call it, and they don't tell you that they're bringing him back, and then he just shows up after everything he has said as a shoot over the years.
Yep.
That would piss me off too.
Oh,
yeah, it really would.
I'd be really pissed. And then to put him into the Royal Rumble, right? And he probably was going to be one of the last two in that ring with Cody. Obviously he got hurt, but shit. Unbelievable stuff, Coach.
Here's the other part, Tommy, and you brought this up, and I think it's a very good point by you. This is arguably let's say top 3 show of the year. If it's not top 2, top 3. And Seth Rollins doesn't have a match. Seth Rollins is going to be a guest referee.
That's what I don't understand. So doesn't that piss you off even more if you're Seth Rollins, right?
You want to have a match. You want to perform.
Yeah, you want to perform.
So it also means you don't have a storyline with anybody big enough to have a match.
Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely
look what
right.
Jonathan says. Enough with the man dresses, Seth.
Where's he got that camera? Is that on his head? It's got to be on his head.
Well, Tommy, they probably gave him the ref cam.
Yeah.
Everybody else has one.
Let's see. Oh, see, it's in his ear. Just like they never used that once with the ref, though, in that first match. I don't think
they had in the first match.
I know, but did they use it? I never saw shots like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying.
Oh, maybe they did. Yeah. I'm being overruled here in my room here, saying they did do it. So,
is the wife yelling at you?
No, my daughter.
Same.
And my buddy Herbie here, he's like, "Yeah, they used it. You fucking idiot."
So Tommy's wife has worked at the company for 37 years.
She's on the phone right now, Coach, speaking to somebody about travel. The phone rings all hours here, Coach. It doesn't matter, day or night. 5, 4. But you know what? I got to give her credit because she picks up the phone and then she'll cuss afterwards. But she takes care of who she has to take care of. Not like your lady who's at a christening and you had to drive 4,000 miles in the rain, right?
It was the worst. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. She couldn't be bothered. The worst thing when you're trying to get somewhere, I had to spend $2,500 on the plane ticket, by the way, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, she couldn't be bothered because you send an email and trying to call and you get that I'm out of the office until, oh my God. And then they go, hey, do us a solid. Buy your own ticket. We'll get you back. Still haven't got the money back, Tommy. We're talking 2 weeks
from PGA?
Later.
No.
Well, not PGA Tour. Not PGA Tour. From the other company. We won't say their name.
I'm sorry. My bad.
All right. That's all right. But no, PGA Tour is great.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes. This is my guy right here.
Yeah.
This is my guy right here. Drew McIntyre. And Tommy, 15 years ago, he was basically out of the business.
Yes.
And he said to himself, I've got to figure it out. I don't think he ever would have imagined that in 2024 he would be one of the top 5 guys in the business. I love everything about him.
That's why we said when you talk to somebody, when we were talking about relevant champs and not relevant and what they did, how they handled the Damian Priest title match with Gunther. Like if you ask me tomorrow, like who's a bigger star on the Raw show, my first guy would be Drew, not the champ. And that says 100%. A lot. That says a lot, dude.
I wish a lot of young guys would would watch what he does, because in 2024 it's very different than when we were there in our prime, late 90s to 2010, and because social media did not exist back then. And if you're trying to, oh, look at Seth, he's like, yeah, I'm the guy, you got to do what I'm doing. Why are we telling them what they can't do? So now the crowd's like, well, we know they can't do that, we know they can't do that. But Tommy, The Rock put forward that storyline in the spring using social media. It doesn't cost anything.
Nope.
And then how many other places did they take part of that video and post it? Doesn't
That's
cost
right.
you anything.
Yep.
And Drew McIntyre looked at Rock and said, you know, I can do the same damn thing. And he uses his social. Isn't it great and brilliant what he does on Twitter and Instagram and all of that?
I mean, the way he did it during the WrestleMania match. Remember, he did it and he tweeted at the same time while I was having a match. He went outside the ring, he tweeted, and then, I mean, that's genius. That's genius stuff.
Genius.
See,
all right, so now Seth and Drew are barking at each other. In the ring, which is okay.
Boy, they're taking their time here, Coach. God,
they are, man.
By the time he takes his gear off, and those. By the way, new gear by Drew. Look.
Absolutely love it. Look at him, man. He is in great shape.
Yes, he is, man.
Oh, so great.
Let's see.
There are just certain guys that get it, Tommy. And you hear all the time, whether it's movie stars or, man, they look like a star. He looks like a star.
As opposed to Sammy.
By the way, Tommy, do you find it ironic that C4 Ultimate Energy is one of the big things, but yet Prime is also an energy drink? And also all over the show as well.
And I think isn't Seth the spokesperson for that? Because he always has a C4 and he's got a can with him. So is he like the spokesperson of that? Because when they shot a graphic before with C4, it had his picture with it.
Yeah, I mean, and you remember, I mean, I even had little tiny ones back in the day. Whenever they sign a deal, usually they say, hey, we want 2 or 3 superstars to do a commercial or photo shoot. So I'm sure that's what the deal is. You know, and you get a little extra jingle jangle in your pocket.
Here's what I want to see: the pop for Punk here.
This is going to be fascinating. Look at that entrance, Tommy.
Yep.
Look at that entrance. Oh,
let's see.
Baby.
Let's see.
So this will be his first match since,
he's got to be
Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
right?
he's got to be a little nervous about not just going against Drew.
Well, Tom, he's not healthy.
No.
You know, he's not healthy. And that's why there hasn't been very much from a physicality standpoint when it comes to him.
It's not as big as pop as I thought he would get. I'll tell you, I like his gear though, man. His logo is really sharp, man.
Would you say, Tommy, that he's probably if you were to go into a time machine from 2008 to today, and you say, or whenever he left, and you say, what would be the biggest thing that could ever shock you that you would see walking out of a time machine in 2024 in pro wrestling? Would this be it?
CM Punk would be it. Yeah, because he buried the company so bad when on his out. And I've heard interviews with him, and I mean, he couldn't bury the company enough the way he talked about it and everything. At the time, he did that podcast or something with Colt Cabana, who he now hates, can't stand him. He buries him now because he borrowed money or whatever the case may be. But dude, I'm like, he will never ever. I mean, he had legal stuff against the company and everything. So it's amazing how you see him. And like Lord Alfred Hayes, God bless his soul, told me years ago, he goes, Thomas, you never say never in this business. And that can't be more truth as what you're witnessing right now.
How many interviews did I do in the last 2 years when Vince didn't pay me for the XFL? And I said, I would never talk about wrestling. I would never go back. And look what we're doing now.
Right.
The truer words have never been spoken. Now, imagine what's going through the mind right now of Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah.
And Drew, they're like,
I'm a ref.
How did this dude get back here?
Right.
And
how did he get back? And I'm a friggin' ref in his match.
Oh my
Which sticks it up your rear end 10 times more.
And his wife is not even with the company either. If you'd have told Seth this a year ago, he would have laughed at you.
Yep.
Seth just keeps pointing to the stupid WWE on his. Who cares, Seth?
Oh,
Who cares?
man. He threw the jacket on him.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's an improv right there. That's improv, dude. That ain't nothing else.
Wow. Quick question from GST.
Oh, he wipes his ass with it. Oh.
All right, quick question, Tommy, here. I know referees have other duties other than the kayfabe authority figure. Do guest referees do the same things, help with match flow, relay messages? That's a very good question. The answer is no, not as much as a normal referee would, because they're going to be part of the physicality.
Yeah, the ref only knows his spots. He knows his spots. I mean,
he knows his spots. So, oh my God.
Does it look like he has an IFB in the other ear? I don't know. I can't see.
You know, it'd be great, Tommy, because people used to ask me, they said, did anybody ever go into business for themselves? I was like, not if they don't want to get a fire when they walk back through the curtain.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you imagine if they get so pissed? Like right there, Triple H cannot be happy that he just wiped his, with his. I mean, that's not part of it. There's no way that's part of it, right?
Oh, there goes the camera.
All right, so now we're seeing the ref cam from Seth Rollins.
See,
they
said
ring
this,
the
right?
bell. We still don't know the rules. We still don't know anything. And you watch, CM Punk's going to get hurt because they didn't make any special stipulations. And now Drew's going to have to sell for him. Seth's like 1, 2, 3.
And now,
count him out. He counted to 5.
Yeah,
he should have disqualified him right there.
Yep. Oh, that would be unbelievable.
Oh my gosh,
oh,
Tommy.
Did he cause that? Did Seth just cause that?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the other thing, guys, watching at home, that when you hate somebody so much and they're a lot smaller than you, the last thing you want to do if you're Drew McIntyre is sell for him.
That's right.
Look at all these. Now he's just booting the head.
He's involved a lot already. Seth, you notice that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he's saying, Tommy, but he keeps pointing at that stupid logo like I'm the authority figure.
Yeah.
And Adam Pearce has been doing the same thing for the last month. Adam, shut up.
Oh, please. Stop Adam.
Now
Ooh.
You know what also, Tommy, is that, it's been 7 months.
Yep.
And so he's already gassed. Look at him. He's always like,
yeah.
Right. It's if you guys have never run the ropes, or you guys have never been in a match, I mean, it is hard. It is hard work.
Ring cardio is different than any other cardio, coach. As you know, more than I would ever know.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Look at him. Just the open mouth breathing. Yeah, that is a telltale sign. By the way,
he hasn't moved around a lot, coach. He hasn't moved quickly at all. And he's already, we're 3 minutes into this match, excluding entrances and all that other stuff.
I'm telling you, Tommy.
He's like, he's blown up already, as we say in the business. Right?
I'm telling you, yes.
Samantha, you gotta get out of the way, girl.
There's Samantha Irvin. I would say Samantha Irvin's probably, from a talent perspective, she can play like the violin and the flute and all that. She's probably the most talented ring announcer that the WWE has ever had.
Yep.
Ever had. And I don't think it's close.
No.
I don't think it's close.
Nope. I know Lillian had a good voice, but Samantha, you ever hear Samantha sing? She blows you out of the water. She was on America's Got Talent also. Look at Seth. He's just sitting there. I like that. Let them beat the hell out of each other. I love it.
Well, Tommy, this is what we were saying on the War Room.
That's what we wanted, right?
Why would you not make stipulations like a false count anywhere?
Right.
Because then Seth could do this and it would make sense.
That's right.
But this doesn't make sense with no stipulations in the match.
You're right.
That is the problem I have sometimes when you don't think things through.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, he's tying his shoe, coach. His sneaker. Look at he's tying his sneaker. Not paying attention. Oh, like he should be doing a count there. Well, he can't because they both be counted out.
It almost feels like, Tommy, and I hate to say this, that none of these guys wanted to do this match.
Yeah, it's not giving me the luster I thought I would see. I thought they'd be more. I don't know what I'm. More into.
More intensity, more
Yes,
rivalry stuff,
yes,
more
yes.
yeah.
I mean,
And
after
look
all,
at Seth. Seth's over here, and he's like, "Oh, what was that?" Well, he's watching right at him. He
yeah,
looks right at him.
yep.
I hate to be so damn but we knew this was going to happen. This is
Yep.
exactly, and we're just
Yep.
joining us about 9:10 p.m. Eastern time in the East, 6:10 in the West. This is our first live watch along at BTT Plus. Thank you all for joining in tonight. We'll be here for every single PLE, and we were excited about Summer. So far, Tommy, what would you give this 1 to 10?
This match right now.
No, the whole night so far. We're
I think it's been very entertaining. I think the show's been good. I think it'd be. I was surprised at the Nia match. I was surprised tonight.
Oh, Tommy. So he just gave him Seth's like, okay. I don't know. The whole comedy. This move right here.
Oof.
It's hard to fake that one. It's hard to fake that one, Tommy.
I've never seen that.
It is hard to fake that one.
Pull the ring skirt up and do that. Never saw that.
Wow. Okay.
It is moving slow though, Coach, and I think they're doing that for Punk.
Well, they have to. I mean, he hasn't been in the ring for 7 months. I would probably say that maybe 2 or 3 matches in the last year or two. Maybe.
Yeah.
You can go to the center all you want, and it's not going to be
big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference. Here we go.
So who do you think, Tommy, needs to win this the most, I guess, is the question.
I would think Drew. I'm definitely thinking Drew at this point of what they've done. They humiliated this guy for months. Seth is Seth. I know he doesn't have a match in the second biggest PLE for WWE, and Punk is Punk, living on his laurels and what he's done in his career, and he could always kind of bounce back. But I mean, Drew is in the prime of his career, Coach, and he needs this more than anybody, I think, right now. For him to move on and probably move on to the challenge for the heavyweight championship, he needs to really beat the hell out of Punk tonight. Who's probably
I think we forget. He's just tossing CM Punk around like a rag doll.
Yep.
Now, I think that people forget, Tommy, that Drew won the World Heavyweight Champion. It is a world. I always get confused which one's on which show. But he beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Make sure I have the story correct. And then Damian Priest comes in. So that's how this storyline moves forward with these two. And then CM Punk just is hated by everybody. And I do agree, Tommy. This needs to continue. I need more from a healthy Punk. Somebody that can get in the ring. Because one thing I was always taught, that if you're going to talk trash and you're going to be a big time heel, you got to be willing to get your ass kicked.
Hey,
you got to remember. He almost missed that one.
Look, Drew won the title at WrestleMania, right? Who screwed him? Punk. He was at commentary, standing on the table, pulls his leg out. He falls down, hits the table. Boom! Here comes Drew. Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3. Whose fault was that? CM Punk's.
That's exactly right. I will say this. This is I think we forget this is the one business. Another set up power bomb. Which, by the way, you can, if you take it the wrong way, you can literally feel your lungs coming through your front of your body, Tommy. It's the worst. It's the worst.
Look who's sticking her head in here, Coach. You asked.
Oh, wow. 37 years at WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Michelle Carlucci.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many no-shows you have this week? How many no-shows you have? 3. Wow, that's not bad. Of like 200
no
people.
Shows. Wow, Tommy.
Yep. Not
when
bad.
was the last time you got on a plane and actually stayed there?
Me?
Yeah.
We'll answer that
later. All right. So Tommy. So Seth Rollins now has his back turned. Drew has a chair. He's taking it into the ring.
Will Seth take it?
And this is when the hardcore fans, the hardcore fans are like, wait a second. This makes no sense.
Herb, is Seth going to take the chair, Herb? Or is he going to let him hit him with it? He's going to let him hit. Herb says he's going to let him hit it. Maybe he hits Seth.
You think so?
Coach, let me ask you a question quickly.
Yeah.
You think the crowd's really into this match?
I think they're about as into it as we are.
Yeah.
You know, the first 2 hours flew by, and the
yeah.
last 14 minutes, I'm like, can we take a nap, please?
That's what I was just going to say. Now
and
it's
some people wonder, Tommy, if this was going to be the main event.
He's going to grab it.
Oh, good call.
There's
Tommy.
your first swerve here, maybe, with Seth.
Good call, Tommy.
Wow.
All right, so now we've got Drew.
Now we got some heat between these two.
Okay.
Where's Seth? I mean, oh, you can't do that, dude. Oh, nice spot. I like that one.
Oh, I do like that spot. The fake out with the chair, and
he's not
the chair's
seeing this.
going off.
He's not seeing 1, 2, 3. He's not seeing. And oh my God. Oh, that was weak. Something happened. Did you see that?
Oh, miss spot. Miss spot.
That's a nice kip up. God damn, that's hard to do.
300 pounds, and that dude is kipping up. Let's stop.
How hard is that to do, Coach? How hard is
that? I've never been able to do it. I tried to do it. I look like an idiot. Like it's like the hardest thing to do. I mean, I remember Rock used to do it.
Is that like legs? It's all legs doing that?
No, you've got to press off the ground, and then what is that?
That's the bracelet with AJ and Larry on.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh. Okay.
Well, they're selling Punk being really beat up, and I don't see it. I'm sorry. He's blown up, Coach. As we say in the business meeting, he's not in ring great shape, ring cardio, because he is, right? I mean,
he just missed. He just missed again. Yeah. He missed again. I'm telling you, Tommy, it's literally, I want to tell people, go sprinting, go outside and go sprinting. And when you feel like your lungs can't take it anymore, then sprint again. That's what it feels like when you get to this point of a match.
He's moving. No.
He took 3 of them. Wow. Hey, I'll give these guys credit. They're doing business.
Yeah.
They're doing business.
They're working with each other. They are, definitely. Even though they don't like each other, they're working with each other.
Well, let's remember that we're talking about guys that are all 3 making multi-million dollars. They don't want to throw that away. You don't want to lose any of that. So I would do business too. I would do business with my worst enemy if I'm making that kind of money. Oh, man. He put his foot down first doing the Macho Man. There's no way this is a win right here.
No way.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What's he doing?
He's trying to get the
bracelet.
The bracelet off. Oh, he's trying to get the bracelet off.
What's he got him in a submission hole? There's no way he taps. If he
Tommy, are we really watching 2 grown-ass men fighting over a bracelet? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Oh, is it over?
Oh, I thought it was. He was going to take the bracelet. I thought it was over. He was going to take the bracelet because the bracelet's off, Coach. Does Seth have it? Wait a minute. Did Seth grab the bracelet? Wait, he's looking.
Oh, no. I don't know.
He got it now. He put it on. Oh, there's a reason for that.
Tell me the backstory real quick, Tommy, on why we're going this far with this. Do you know?
Dude.
I mean, I try to watch everything, and I know it's, you're going pretty far. Wow.
You just get another bracelet, too.
Tommy, we are 2 hours and 18 minutes in. We still have to see Cody and Solo. We still have to see
Priest and Gunther. Priest and Gunther.
Yeah, Priest and Gunther.
And who's else? Or is there a tag?
No, this is the fourth match. Who are we missing?
You're gonna do back-to-back title matches? What am I missing here?
Oh no, this is the fifth match. We had Sami Zayn 1, Logan Paul 2, Bayley 3.
We're gonna do back-to-back title matches.
This is the fifth. Apparently so.
Wow, have you ever seen that?
No, but you remember in. Oh geez, what is going on? What's going on here?
Something's happening here. Something's going to happen here. He's got the bracelet on. Oh, come on. That is weak. You're going to take the – you're going to drop – you could finish him. I can't talk. You're going to friggin' finish him, and then you see the bracelet on Seth and pisses you off?
Can you imagine?
This is where Drew –
I
knew it. There it is. I was just going to call it. Drew's coming.
Wow.
To go to sleep, and Seth won't be there. Seth won't be there for the count.
Oh, he's going to let him hit it. He's going to let him hit it.
1, 2, 3. Coach, count with me. 4,
5,
too late.
6. Oh, here he comes. Now at 7, 8. Oh, the classic false finish. And CM Punk can't believe it. He almost got his first win since 2021. And Seth is like,
what's he saying? Oh, he's going to slap him. And you know these two don't like each other, Coach.
Imagine working.
He's going to hit him.
Enemy.
Seth is hitting him.
I hope he lays it in.
And he's going to make him lose.
Oh, lay it in.
And there's your new angle. There's your new angle. My rules.
I told you my ring. My rules.
Where's
my company? He said my company. Oh,
he's gonna lose it, Coach.
He says my company. Wow.
I could see this happen, and Seth lays him out and counts to 3, and it's because of Seth. Drew wins. Oh wait, now
I told you Drew was gonna win.
I knew it.
Oh, CM Punk says, I don't care about the dub. I don't care about the dub. And he laid out Seth.
Oh, does it end like this, Coach? What you just said?
Oh, and, of course, we've got to take that bracelet.
Look at the way he's holding his hands.
Oh, I think he said it's my company now. Oh, no.
Oh, no ref. And there's a nut shot.
Wow. I tell you what, Drew sold forever on that.
Yes, he did, Coach.
Hey,
he's going to do a quick
CM
count.
Punk's doing business. Give me a 1, 2, 3, Seth.
Oh,
give me the 1, 2, 3.
Too late. Clean.
Oh, baby. Baby.
Guess what your new angle is, Coach?
Talk to me.
Punk and Seth. That's going to be your new angle right now. Drew has got his win. Oh, I would pound him even more. Shit. All you did to me.
Man, oh, man.
Unless he takes the bracelet off, then we got a different story. Wait a minute. He's taking his shirt off.
Seth is walking to the back. He's pissed. I bet there's some realness to this.
Yep. And he took the bracelet. Oh, don't tell me we're extending.
No, there it is right there, Tommy.
That's what I
said.
Right
there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. I would love to know the real story behind.
Yes.
Oh no.
So that means this continues, Coach, now that he took the bracelet? I'm asking. I don't know now. I thought it would be Seth and Punk because he put the go to sleep on.
Well, we're gonna find out Monday night, Tommy, just exactly how each guy feels. But if I'm Triple H, I'm keeping this as close to real life as possible.
Yes. And if I was Seth, I'd be going ballistic and gorilla, and I'd be shooting that. I would be going, what the mother? You kidding me? You put me in this position? I would be all in Triple H's face if I'm Seth.
I
You
would
want to make it
too.
real, Coach? There you go.
Wow.
All right, here we
I
go.
don't. I mean, from a put together standpoint. Oh, Jonathan says, "How about a triple threat?"
Well, that's what it's going to be at Berlin.
Yeah.
That's the
Survivor
next
Series like in
pay-per-view.
3 months or the next
And
whatever the next
It's
pay-per-view
in September. It's in
is.
Berlin.
September. Berlin.
Yeah, that's why I think if Gunther wins tonight, he's taking the championship where he comes from.
The last time I was in Berlin, I went to a nightclub called AM/PM. It was open 24 hours a day. Swear to God. And Mike Chioda met his wife that night there.
Really?
So, first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swear to God. He spoke no English. Oh,
See,
wow.
I thought this clean win would end this feud or angle, whatever you want to call it, and then it'd be turning right to Seth and CM Punk.
Very interesting.
Oh,
all right.
God.
So
What did
Drew
you think, Coach?
beats. I mean, I'm going to give it a 5. I was bored
Yeah.
till the last 2 or 3 minutes. I really.
So remember we said in how many weeks this has to be a banger?
Yep.
I didn't get that, and I would
I
love
didn't
to
get it
hear what's the reaction of your guy watching there. What did he think of the match? Did he say? Your buddy Jonathan
not
Davis?
yet. Yeah, he's still talking Boxley. Let's take a quick break. You're watching the live watch along, very first one here on BTT Plus SummerSlam live from Cleveland. If you missed any of our interview with Vince Russo, 3 parts, hit a little snippet of that the last 3 weeks. You've worked with all of the biggest stars in the world. Period. End of story. When you think of your Mount Rushmore, the 4 guys that had it all, that the reason, not the fans go, oh, he had the most merch, or none of that. When you look at the top 4 in your mind with your experience, who are they?
Wow, that is so hard. That is so hard. I will always say this, bro. I will always say this, and we've had our differences over the years, and I don't have an ill will bone in my body towards him. Bro, I was there for the rise of Hulk Hogan. And bro, I am sorry, man. You could talk about Rock, you could talk about Austin, you could talk about all these guys. Hulk Hogan put professional wrestling on the map. He made it cool, pop culture, the crossover with MTV, the movies, the recognizable face. He did more. He did as much for professional wrestling as Vince McMahon did, without a shadow of a doubt. And bro, I worked with Austin. I worked with The Rock. I worked with Taker. I worked with all of them. I'm sorry, bro. Hulk Hogan always will be at the top of that mountain for me. Like, no question about it. The other one, bro, I would throw on there is just because, even as a fan, he was my favorite and the most charismatic character there ever will be. There will never be another like him. Was Savage, no doubt. No doubt. One of my greatest memories was, I swear to God, Coach, when I got promoted to magazine editor, the first thing I did was, bro, I am going to do an up close and personal piece on Randy Savage.
Do you agree with that, Tommy? Hulk Hogan, probably when he walked into a room. I know the first time I met Hulk Hogan, it was kind of similar to when I met The Rock for the first time, because I started when Rock was there as the biggest guy, and it's kind of like what I would imagine meeting Jesus Christ would be like. I mean, it was like, and the way other people looked at them as if they weren't real, like they were like bigger than life. That's how all those guys were when we first met him.
Yeah,
right?
When I first saw Hogan, it was pretty awe. We were like in awe, of him, and he made sure you knew about it too. By the way, he was a nice guy. Sometimes he just wasn't nice. You know what I mean? But he was on top of the world then, right? I mean, like way on top of the world. And Rock was the complete opposite. Every time I saw Rock, he was great. I worked with Rock a lot when he was younger, and Rock was just the same guy that I knew when
Yep.
he was Rocky Maivia. Do you know what I mean? So there's
Mhm.
the difference right there. So yeah,
I think a lot of
I mean,
people, they Hogan turned them off because he was all about himself. There's a million stories, and most of them I could tell you, for those of you watching, are true. If you
yep,
heard that Hogan really did that, yeah, Hogan really did that. And I'll never forget when they signed the deal with Saudi Arabia for the first time. It's normal today, but back then they're like, "Wow, you're going to be taking money from Saudi Arabia," and they wanted Hogan to come, and they were willing to pay him $2 million. This is only like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
yeah, yep,
But he had just got caught with all that, all that stuff that he said about his daughter. And I don't know if
yep,
you noticed, Tommy, but I'm actually a black man sitting here today. And I was in the room when he had to apologize
yep,
just so they could get him on that card over there.
yep.
And I remember looking at the other black wrestlers and going, are we really listening to this excuse? It wasn't an apology. It was an excuse. And I think that's why it blew me away 2 weeks ago when I'm watching him on the Republican National Convention. And I'm like, how did he go from that to that?
How
It was
about
crazy.
he was out promoting his beer, right? And at Hooters, he that the African American woman was with him in the picture, gorgeous, hot, smoking, everything, and he didn't want that picture. He picked the one with the white girl and the African American. I don't know if you heard about all that
No,
stuff.
yeah, he told him that they weren't going to do the promotion.
Yeah, right.
And then they did the promotion with the other one. Yeah.
And by the way, that African American girl was 3,000 times more better looking than the other girl.
100%.
So
Jonathan
so
says he knows how to rehab his image. Yeah. The other
yeah,
part, Jonathan, is when you're a talent, and this I stand on this, and everybody deserves something. And when you go overseas and you have a big show, you used to make a lot of money. And when you have an entire group of talent and one guy gets paid more than that entire group for a show, and he had done that, that's why it rubbed people a lot the wrong way.
you're right.
That Vince was willing to let that happen, but there was a 10-year deal on the table.
That's right.
For $100 million, $200 million. So,
Who, by the way, as you know, BKM got a lot of heat about that, like you said before. Now everybody's in Saudi Arabia. Am I right or
everybody's
wrong,
doing it.
Coach? So
And now
he
Saudi
saw the
Arabia
vision.
is doing they're doing a big boxing fight in LA tonight. They're bringing their stuff over here.
Yep.
So, is what it is. Is what it is. All right, you guys are watching the very first watch along. We are part of Behind the Turnbuckle, a brand new brand, and we're expanding as we go. So thank you for those of you who have joined our premium side. Just one step at a time. Every single week or most weeks, we like to put out an interview show. We're also live every single Monday night around 11:10 p.m. Eastern time. That's free for everybody. We recap Raw and kind of break it down there as well. So we got a little bit of something for everyone.
And
2 matches left tonight, Tommy, at SummerSlam. And so far, I've liked a lot.
Yep.
Other stuff has been dragging along just a little bit. What have you enjoyed the most?
I enjoyed LA Knight winning. I enjoyed the whole swerve with Liv most of all. The Liv Dom stuff has me more interested in anything else so far because I'm still waiting on the Cody match. And if we see Roman like everybody thinks they're going to see Roman tonight, if that happens, then that could be it. And the way it's carried out, that's the most important thing. Will it be right in your way of saying it? Like, hey, congratulations, you've been listening to me. Or is it the other way? Like I said, he's coming to be a face to face and say, I'm the original head of the table or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Dom Liv thing, I'm sold, and I'm glad they haven't reacted to it. I know you're supposed to react, but they're going to make you wait until Monday to tune in, right? Because again, it's not on USA Network, it's on Sci-Fi. So that makes you want to watch even more and find Sci-Fi on your channel to make sure you watch. It's because of the Olympics, obviously, but
Yep. And also, Tommy, what we have right here is another reason why they shouldn't have made that a storyline throughout the show, because we've been very critical about how many different pre-tapes they've had in Raw to string it through. So you don't need to do that at a PLE or a pay-per-view. But now, I got to be honest with you, Tommy. I know a lot of people like this guy. I've never been a fan of the the technical side of pro wrestling, I guess it would be called. I call it the Steven Regal style of wrestling, where it's a lot of, arm hooks and all of this stuff and going one move to another. And that's kind of how Gunther wrestles just a little bit. And Damian Priest is part of the same group that Rhea and Dom is. So if you brought that forward, then you'd kind of overshadow what Damian Priest is all about. So now the
Wait a
question
minute.
is,
Look who's there.
DDP, Kevin Nash,
Wait, who's
Big
the girl?
Papa Pump.
Who's the? Oh, that's the Steiners.
Because Braun Breaker is with Big Papa Pump. All right, interesting.
Oh, and I liked Braun winning the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, very quickly, I might add.
Yes.
It was like less than 5 minutes.
Yep.
So DDP, we had him on BTT already, and he was fantastic.
Yes.
Same episode as Cody Rhodes. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it on our page. I kind of want to get through this, Tommy, to get to that. I'll be honest. There's always that one match where you say, do we really have to go through the next 20 or 25 minutes? And it's usually longer than it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we really haven't seen Gunther fight for a while, right?
And here comes the babyface that Gunther made him into in this match.
All of the insults going back and forth. I think you've nailed it on the show very, very well. That they had to do it quickly, and so just kind of like throw it together. They're in the writer's room and say, "Oh, you say this about me where you grew up from. You say this about me where I grew up from," and everybody's good.
GP, right? That's the easy way to, when you hit somebody's parents or the way you grew up, and it really is true. He grew up in the Bronx, didn't have a lot of money. I mean, his documentary's coming out. Before the show, we saw the interview with Rosenberg, and they were just talking about that, him growing up, walking through the streets of Bronx and everything. He didn't have an easy life. So that's the easy way for Gunther to bring on the heat. So, and that's what he did for that match, because it was 2 weeks out before we even knew about this. We knew the match was, but there was nothing on the show to talk about the storyline. So there you go. And he made Damian Priest an instant babyface, even though he's not a babyface, right? So
I would have set them down. I would have taken out 2 or 3 of the Rhea Liv pre-tapes and set Damian Priest down, and I would have shot with it. I've been like, listen, this happens fast. You're the world heavyweight champion. You've got to take on all comers. Are you prepared in such a short period of time to take on a guy who was the Intercontinental champion for all of those days in a row?
Yeah.
To say, listen, I don't know if I'm ready, but I need to be ready.
Yep.
I gotta be ready.
Yeah.
He looks like $1 million. He looks like a star. And we've also said this, Tommy. He needs to be on his own. What is this?
Yeah.
Is this a video game thing?
That's the
I would continue with the breakup of the Judgment Day, or at least breaking up Damian Priest, because I think if you're going to be a true superstar, Tommy, a true star, you can't be the head of a faction. You can't have 4 or 5 people that you're leading, because you need to be all about yourself. You need to be all about your brand. Do you think Damian Priest can be that star by himself?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do think he can be that. And by the way, it was very interesting. We came back from break there, and you saw backstage, you saw Priest and Finn having a little talk there. So, and like Gunther brought him up last Monday on Raw. So is Finn going to interfere in this match and maybe help with Gunther maybe getting the championship? So we'll see.
You seem to think that Finn Balor is going to do that. Real quick, Jonathan says, I wonder if Gunther had some issue where he needed time off. No other logical reason to have him off TV for so long. Jonathan, that's a great point.
That's perfect. That's what we thought. Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't figure it out. And then you're going to come back and he's going to be in the co-main event of the second biggest night of the year?
Yeah.
With no lead up?
All right, see now look at Damian Priest here. I mean, look at him, man. He's jacked. He's got the tats. He looks great. Nice beard. And then you just saw Gunther, and he's got that. I know Gunther was really heavy at one time, and he lost a ton of weight. But it's just not flattering at all looking at his stomach and having that little flab hanging over and stuff like that. I mean, look at Damian, man. $1 million.
I think he looks. I've always thought he looks so much like Roman Reigns that it's
He's
at
a
least
big boy.
facially, yeah.
He's a big boy too, man. He's a
I'm all
big
about
dude.
details, and I tell people all the time that when you're a WWE superstar, Tommy, and I learned this from The Rock, there are certain guys that are just like, you know what? They think about every little thing. And it matters when you want to be different from everybody at home, and you want everybody to look at you and say, listen, that person is different. Oh, wow. A big-time shot to start the match. I don't know what to tell me. I just don't know. And tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But the old school boots, to me, when you're talking entertainment, this is Hollywood.
Yep.
To me, this type of what Gunther does doesn't work for me.
No.
It doesn't work for me. Oh wow.
I thought they were going to end this match quicker, so on the cut time because they're over or something, so they can leave match for the Cody match. I thought the way that just happened like that. Wow. But apparently that's not going to happen.
So we're about 9:40.
Yeah.
Thank you to Jonathan and GST and everybody else watching at home. We're 9:40 in, and Tommy, when you and I started, it was a 3-hour pay-per-view. That was the target time. Well, we are
that's
2
not
hours
going to
and
happen.
40 minutes in.
Right.
And we've got at least that main event's going to be at least 40 minutes.
It's got to be.
It's got to be. And something has to move forward. I think the crowd, when you anticipate something as big as Roman Reigns coming back for the first time in what's it been 3.5 months, 4 months.
Yep.
There's videos of him working out. He looks like $1 million.
Yep.
What's going to be the creative on that? The crowd doesn't care about this, Tommy.
No, they don't. They're waiting for it's the second night of WrestleMania. We all know it was gonna, we're waiting for the story to be told, and let's just get through the matches. Remember the second night? Like, let's get to the main event, dude. And
look at everybody at ringside, Tommy.
Yeah.
Everybody at ringside is sitting down.
Yep.
They are
sitting on their hands, dude.
And I don't necessarily blame them, Tommy. It's you're asking somebody to sit through a 3-hour pre-show and then a 4-hour pay-per-view, and then you want to tell me that people want 2 nights of this? And I'm a big fan. Like, I'm having a blast, but I would never want to do this tomorrow night.
Nope.
For 7 more matches.
The thing is, can that second night of any PLE coming up match would happen at WrestleMania because, we had The Rock there. Like, The Rock ain't going to be at any of the PLEs, like every month. And if you decide to have 2 nights of it, you better have something big and solid to make people want to come back and make people want to watch it the next night. And that's why we love one-nighters.
Is that
that night?
Is that Chad, by the way, the referee? Is Chad still there?
That's Chad, yeah.
Is that Chad? Oh, man. You guys who don't know, the referee, Chad, he's been there for godly.
Yeah.
He was there when I got there in 99.
Yep. He's another one. He's got the ear in. He's got the camera in.
Well, it's something that we do in the PFL. I do a lot for the PFL's fighting on ESPN. We have the ref cam there. It's kind of a new invention, so you can kind of see the perspective of the referee and how that looks. So I like the fact that they're trying to make it as reality based as they possibly can.
It's weird that it's in his ear. Like, that's a weird camera. How are you going to get that's like if he had it? And I'm not trying to figure this out.
Where would you want to have it?
Well, if you had it in the front of your head somewhere, but it'll look goofy as hell. But now you're getting a head on and you're seeing what the ref sees. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's in your ear. Now we're going to shoot, the crowd on this side.
Oh, no, Tom, you're going to do a full suplex. This is the one thing I learned from guys is you'd have talent that would do things and risk serious injury for what reason? For no pop, and I don't know. I can't even tell you how many times I would go back to Gorilla after and guys would have.
Oh no! What is he doing?
Back up there again. Oh, I'm not a fan of that move. I'm not. It looks great, but Tommy, how many times when you were at Gorilla would you go back and like the fallout after the show, and guys would be complaining, "Oh, the crowd doesn't respect what we do. They don't understand what we do." I'm like, they're exhausted.
Yep.
And they're waiting for the biggest star in the business to come out in some capacity in 20 minutes.
Do you think it's weird that they put the title matches back to back? That's weird for me.
Over the years, Tommy, Triple H, and it happened at WrestleMania 18 in Toronto, which was maybe the biggest mistake in the history of booking, when Rock and Hogan were the co-main and Jericho and Triple H were the main event. Most people don't even realize that happened.
I don't. I thought that, and I was there, and I'm like, there's another match? I'm like, we just saw the money here. I
remember getting that big. Remember we got that big speech? We've got to make the World Heavyweight Championship mean something. It's got to matter. So I'm assuming that's why they're doing this.
Yeah.
Got to make both of them feel. The whole in 2024, if I'm the world champion and I'm making a gazillion dollars, guess what I'm willing to do, Tommy? I'm willing to go to Monday night.
Yep.
I'm willing to go to Friday night.
Yep.
And I'm willing to carry both shows. But this whole draft, and you can only be on one show, and two different titles, and because just imagine if we did it our way. You only have one of these matches. That's it.
That's right.
You only have one. And you'd have guys from both shows going after one guy. Cody Rhodes would be looking over his shoulder for everything.
That's right.
But not now. He's just on Friday SmackDown, and it's only 3 or 4 guys instead of 8 to 10 guys.
Which makes the title even bigger than like Cody Rhodes, right? He like, you don't know who the hell's coming at you if you have one title. Now you have both. He's like, oh, okay. I mean, Damien's over there, so and I'm over here.
Well, these guys are working hard, man. But it's just it's kind of like the first time that I performed in Tokyo. A Tokyo crowd is very respectful.
Yep.
But they sit on their hands the entire night.
Yep.
The entire night.
That would drive me nuts if I'm working my ass off in the ring, man, and I ain't getting no response from the crowd. Boy, that would really piss me off, man.
Jonathan's really smart. He wrote, that's why they want 2 nights, too many titles to defend in one night. That's true. And then he also says you have to stroke the egos by giving too many matches. Jonathan, you bring up a really good point. When my 10 years straight. Oh, wow. The one thing that we did not have was that we had 15 to 20 guys. I could rip them off for you right now. Remember that, Tommy? And these guys competed all year long for the right to be in the main event at WrestleMania and then at SummerSlam. And there was no, hey, great job, we're going to give you a match because you deserve it because you've been here. No, you're going to work your ass off for it. And then we're going to decide which 6 matches we're going to put out there. And there were times, Tommy, where we had big stars sitting in the back all night long.
That's right.
They didn't get in because A, they didn't pitch a storyline. B, they didn't work hard enough on their storyline. B, it didn't make any sense. But this whole stroking egos because you've been around.
Right.
That's not. This is like Major League Baseball. This is like the NFL. This is like, there's no handing it. You think in the NBA, hey, here you go. You played for 15 years. Here's an NBA championship.
Yep.
That's not how it works.
Yep.
This is what I thought this match would be. There's some good wrestling, but Gunther is just, maybe I need to watch more of him, Tommy. I don't know.
Right.
I just don't like this style.
No.
And I think 18 to 34-year-olds don't like this style.
No. Not this day and age, Coach.
No,
nope.
You want to be entertained.
Yep.
Vince Russo said it in our interview. He said, this is Hollywood. You've got to write for Hollywood. You don't write for wrestling fans.
Nope.
I thought that was really, really powerful when he said that.
Yep.
Very interesting. Very, very
Look
interesting.
at that sign. Oh, my God.
Priest is for the streets.
Wow.
You almost wonder, Tommy, if they planted that sign.
Well, you can see who the crowd is for it, man. He's made Damien a big time babyface. I'm waiting for Finn to come out. That's the only thing that make me pop for this match is having Finn come out and see what happens here. Other than that, they're in the middle of the ring, they're working their butt off. But man, I'm wanting to get to the main event here, Coach.
Mm-hmm. And I really am too. I've had a great time, and we've been on for almost 3 hours.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, I think we've been more entertaining than some of the couple of the matches.
Oh.
And see, they always have to give Gunther these moves. I tell you, it's like watching Steven Regal 20 years later.
Yep.
And Gunther works hard. He does. And he's stiff, which is the way we like it.
No way that was going to happen.
No.
No way.
No. And Tommy, it kind of goes back to something we talked about this week on the show, that when you have, and Jonathan brought it up in the chat as well, when you've got 2 brands, 2 shows, you never take weeks off, they're not as deep as they think they are.
Nope.
And not also, people need to understand you don't become a superstar just because.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And you go through years where you've got 20 guys that can be main event guys, then you go through years, and I think sometimes when you hide behind, but we're making more money than we've ever made before.
Yep.
Okay. Because wrestling fans are loyal. They blindly spend money, and they will show up 2 nights at a pay-per-view if you tell them to.
Yep.
Doesn't mean they're going to stand on their feet for 9 total hours.
9 hours. Think of that.
Oh my God, Tommy! It's just
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I remember I used to call these matches at ringside. I was exhausted when I got done.
You're Michael Cole. He started the pre-show today, right at 4:00, right? So he was on for an hour, maybe an hour and a half or something like that. So you got to do rehearsal. So rehearsal's probably 1:00. So you get to the arena probably around 10:30, 11, right? And you're not leaving. Look who's out, Coach.
Oh, there he is, Finn Balor. Finn Balor.
I'll get back to Cole. Now we're gonna see something's gonna happen here, Coach.
But why is he out there, Tommy?
I don't know.
What does he need to be out there?
Priest doesn't need him, and
reason.
every time Priest threw him out. Remember, every time he tried to come and help him, go to the back, do something. I remember that happening a million. What's he got, a Priest T-shirt on too? Oh, now you're making it obvious that you're swerving.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness!
It's got to happen soon.
Tommy, this is the same thing as I was talking about with Drew McIntyre. You want to build these guys up into superheroes.
Yep.
Does a superhero who's not in danger need help?
Nope.
No. This is why you do Falls Count Anywhere. This is why you do No Holds Barred. This is why you do cover. You just kicked him in the face. And so now for Finn Balor to come out for no reason.
For what? Wait, now he sees
I gotta wait till Monday night.
Sees him. Mm-hmm. He sees him. Look.
I don't know.
Where are we going here, Coach? Where are we going? He's looking at him again. Like, get the hell out of here. I don't need you.
Also, Tommy, Drew didn't have a title. This man is a world heavyweight champion. Yeah. He's supposed to be the biggest star and the toughest out there. Are you going to give Gunther the world heavyweight title?
Gunther's looking at him. Oh, maybe he comes over and fucking.
He's like, "This is your guy."
Finn is going to lay
champion.
him out.
Oh, no. A big time boot to the face by Gunther. Damien, you got to stand there and watch. Now he's angry. Why is he angry? Is he angry at Gunther for kicking him? Or missing him with a close-up camera shot?
Oh, man.
Tommy.
Oof.
Boom!
Wow.
Oh. Now that was good. That was good.
I would love to see Priest.
One.
I would love to see Priest retain, man.
I do think he needs it, Tommy. I really do. He's got Gunther.
Oh, the razor's edge. Come on.
I remember a day when that was a finisher.
Yeah. Finish him.
Undertaker, choke slam.
Wait, why is he rolling him? Why is he rolling him over there? Why would you do that? There it is.
What are we doing? Tommy, that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
He rolled him. Priest, what are you?
Him. Oh, sorry about that. He rolled him over to the they can't. You cannot show a replay on that. You cannot show a replay.
What?
You roll him
would
into
you do
the
that?
middle. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Tommy. He rolled him over so Finn Balor could put his. And now he's going to stand there. And
my buddy Herbie said he rolled him to get him on his back to pin him, but I don't know if I agree with that. Wait a minute. Oh.
Tommy, I love good storylines when they are. All right, Gunther's going to become the new champion. It's
yes,
over.
He is.
There it is right there.
Yep.
That's it. A lot
How
of questions.
How about putting your foot on the rope? Your legs are long enough. This is it, Coach. If they're going to end it like this, Coach. Sleeper hole.
Oh, my God. You cannot put the title on Gunther.
Not
you
like
cannot.
this.
But, Tommy, I think you're right, though. They're going to have him take
it's
it
over.
to.
It's 10 o'clock.
He's out.
9:59.
He's out.
Oh, wait a minute. He does the Hulk Hogan now.
Oh,
he's doing the Hulk comeback, Coach.
Wait a second.
He's doing the Hulk comeback.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Two. Jonathan said, I knew
what
it.
the hell?
I knew it. Why would you
here it is.
Spin? Oh, no. Well, the crowd's into it at least. Oh,
Wait,
my
the sleeper hole again?
Again? Oh. Tommy.
Oh.
Tommy.
Herbie, what are they doing, Herb? I'm asking my buddy, what the frig is going on? I don't get this whole angle. Who put this together? Oh, no. Wait, is he the champ
it's
now?
Over. He's the champ. Gunther is the champ,
wait.
And we go straight to Finn Balor.
Oh, my God. That is the worst finish ever to win a title, Coach.
Tommy, I'm going to say this with all the respect in the world. Finn Balor has never been a world title caliber storyline guy. And he just helped Gunther win the biggest championship on the Raw brand. And they put it on a guy so they can go overseas, which I think you're correct on. And that's going to be the main event at a PLE with Gunther.
What? By the way, what does this do for Finn? Right? Now you know the Judgment Day is all screwed up, right?
Of course. I think what they thought, Tommy, as they're going to the replays right now, brought to you by Straight Talk. I think what they were trying to do is help both guys. Well, Damian lost because of Finn Balor, and now Gunther's a world champion, so it's a win-win. To me, it's not. That move right there where he pushed Gunther over
that
the
was
rope,
bad. That was bad.
Why isn't Gunther not rolling over himself to get over there? That's what should have happened. It's not Damian Priest's fault.
So this makes you go to sleep. You took that. Look. Yeah. I'm going to do that move on my wife later, see if she goes to sleep. Coach has no comment, Michelle.
Tommy, I don't know. I don't know if there is anything that can keep your wife's mouth shut for longer than, a couple of minutes. That's
Herbie's
your fault.
on the floor laughing.
You made me say
My
that.
buddy Herbie's on the floor laughing because he knows she don't shut up.
And now Gunther is hugging his buddies.
Oh, that was his wife, I think.
All right.
Wait a minute.
He overachieved.
What's he
now,
doing?
What's it? He's gonna go over to.
Oh, because him and Cole got heat.
No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, Tommy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Gunther is more over than I think.
No way. He's going to Berlin. That's the only thing I'm thinking of, that pay-per-view in Berlin.
All right. Well, we've got the main event still here to come, but we've got a couple of more minutes of an interview. If you missed it, don't worry. We
With
got
our
you covered
man
right here,
Russo.
right now.
This is why wrestlers can never write television. This is why.
You're right.
I wrote television with Dusty, with Nash, with Jarrett. I wrote television with wrestlers. Bro, they never forgot the heat they had with somebody 10 years ago, 20.
Yeah.
They never forget. Rock has not forgotten. And let me tell you something, bro. When you have The Rock working for that company, and we know Rock and Ari Emanuel go way, way back, and you know Rock's got a list of his people, why do we need Triple H anymore?
I don't disagree.
It's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
You look at that documentary, right? He bullied that whole documentary, man. It made Triple H look like a puppy dog, and I said that to Coach. And the other thing was, where was Roman in that whole documentary? We never saw him at all in that thing, and it was supposed to be about Roman and Cody, and then Rock comes in. He gets $30 million. Right now, he's part of TKO. Guess who's going to be the boss? Who was the boss of the documentary, Coach, right? It was Rock.
There's a reason. It was 3. I mean, it's supposed to come out the next week.
Yeah.
Why do you think it took 3 months?
Because he approved it.
They had to edit it.
Yeah.
Right?
That thing got totally I'm in TV. I know that whole show got re-edited, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Wrestlers never forget. I'm telling you, bro. And when you've got Rock there, and Rock has somebody in place for every position in that company, what do you need a Triple H there for?
Vince, he dropped so much knowledge on us during that interview.
He's incredible.
And Jonathan said in the chat, based off Gunther, internationally, he is over, I think. WWE thinks global now. And that's 100% they do. And during my original run, Tommy, we never did pay-per-views overseas. Ever. No. Now they're talking about doing WrestleMania in London. And so you got to think about your international superstars. But it doesn't mean that what we just saw was correct.
No.
As they're going through all of the different highlights of the night, and it started with Liv and Rhea and Dirty Dom, and but man, that to me could not have, if they're not getting yelled at backstage for the execution of that at the end. Finn Balor coming out made no sense.
Nope.
Made no sense. And then when Gunther went down and Damian had to roll him over and then covered him. After he rolled him over, so then Finn could grab his leg and put him on the bottom rope, and then Damian had all of his attention on Finn after he watched the replay on the screen up at the top.
Hey, during that break, I was talking to my buddy Herbie here, and I said, he thought it was terrible too, but he said, next pay-per-view in Berlin, guess who's going to go at it? Finn and Damian. You think so?
Well, Finn's from what country?
No, I'm saying,
because Finn's international.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. He just signed a 5-year deal with the WWE.
But do you think they'll start that angle already? You think they will with Finn and Priest now?
You have to. You have to. By the way, The Miz is in the ring with R-Truth, who, if you've never been around R-Truth, he is one of the most genuinely funny dudes
Great
you're ever
guy.
Meet. Great guy. Like, everybody thinks it's a big act. It's really not. He is super smart, but he just genuinely just loves being alive.
Yep.
And The Miz, I remember when he first started, The Miz, it's been documented. I was kind of the guy that kind of saved him from the hazing.
Yep.
And I remember, Tommy, we used to go out to clubs, and the big stars at the time hated him for this reason. We'd walk into a club, 57,000 tonight, by the way, in Cleveland Brown Stadium. Tommy, we'd go in, I kid you not. He had been on 1 year because of the Real World and Road Rules and Ragers and all that kind of stuff. He was on out of 365 days 1 year. He was on TV like 340 days. He was a rock star. And, here they come.
Oh, look at these two.
Here they come. What are they wearing?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. But Tommy, we'd come in, and he was like 22 at the time, 23. He had just been on these 21-year-old girls. We had to have security just around him, and all these other big wrestling stars would just be in there, and nobody would even pay attention to him in
my
response
God.
to him. And they hated that. Like, wait a second, I'm so and so, I'm so and so, I'm so and so, and the Miz would be over there, and on top of that, he had a serious girlfriend at the time, so he wouldn't even talk to any of these girls, which pissed off the other guys even more.
Yeah.
And I remember you saw in the documentary they made him dress in the hallway. They wouldn't even let him in the locker room. And I was kind of a hybrid. Right. I was a hybrid between a wrestler and an announcer. So I was respected by both. So I dragged him out. I made him come out. I said, no, you're going to get over it. You really want to be here. They're treating you like crap for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And now look, we're talking, 17 years later?
Yep.
And he's doing awesome. Super proud of him.
Making millions too, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, so this is the other problem I have sometimes.
What is this? This is terrible.
3 hours and 5 minutes in.
Yeah. And you got this ha-ha going on?
And you got this ha-ha going on, so we have a little bit of a bridge, because I'm sure they thought, man, there's going to be this big fallout. You let the crowd settle down after Gunther wins the world title. Let's bring out R-Truth and The Miz.
What the? Wait a minute. I just lost my feed. Hold on.
You're one of the lucky ones, Tommy. Oh, no. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is in. Why is Jelly Roll in the ring?
Oh, there it is. It's back.
Oh, so Jelly Roll, who sang "America the Beautiful" or "National."
Yeah, now it's back.
All right, so I gotta watch this on social since we can't turn up the sound.
Dude, Jelly Roll, man.
Why is he holding a chair, Tommy?
Dude.
Oh, here we go. Oh no, they're not. Okay, all right.
Jelly Roll needs to go on a diet, man. He's a...
Somebody tell Jelly Roll. Like, did you see that first one, Tommy? Oh no, Jelly Roll's he's gonna give a choke slam.
Oh my God.
Oh no, Jelly Roll and a choke slam.
Theory sold for him.
Oh snap! Oh, I'll give credit to the brother because he did all the work for him. Oh, he's gonna give him another one. Oh no, Jelly Roll! You talk about 5 years ago, nobody knew who he was, and now he's in the ring with R-Truth, The Miz. Oh my God, they're gonna do the John Cena. Oh, they're gonna shake it. Oh my God, Tommy, what was that? Look at you, Tommy. You're GSTC. I was way more excited for
look at him
return to WWE than I was CM Punk. Look at Jelly Roll.
Oh, look at the size of this dude, man.
Tommy, you know he's a big in all kidding aside, he's a big star now.
He's a huge star.
Big star.
Yeah.
He went from, I mean, I love his story. He went from severe addiction. He was down and out, and then he gets a couple of hit songs, and then now he's everywhere.
Yep.
That was a hell of a choke slam, Tommy.
That was. But A Theory sold big time.
Big time. All right, let's set the stage, Tommy. So we have about 2 minutes away from the main event, Cody and Solo. And prior to the show tonight, you sent me a text. You said, Coach, why in the world last night on SmackDown would Cody Rhodes agree to a bloodline match at SummerSlam? Do we know what the rules are in said bloodline match, Tommy?
Well, it was that these those other guys can interfere in the match. I would think. I can't even remember, quite frankly. Well, why would you even agree to that? Solo's not the champ. Here's my point. Solo's not the champ. Why does he get the right to make rules in a championship match when he's the challenger?
It's a very good point, Tommy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Very, very good point. And so I guess some would say that Cody, Jonathan says anything goes pretty much. And that's what we thought, Jonathan, as well. But I think Tommy's point is Cody's the champ. Normally the champ dictates what happens. unless a general manager or an authority figure tells him that this is what it's going to be.
Right.
And the last time I checked, Solo is not that. He's the head of his own group, the Bloodline.
Yeah, right.
So, Tommy, so we know the match is on, and there has been rumors, and we had Raphael on earlier. It's minus 400, meaning if you want to win $100, you got to bet $400 that Roman Reigns makes his return tonight, and he gets in the ring. If you had $400, Tommy, would you bet that?
I would bet that Roman gets in the ring. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He has to. I mean, you're
So
not
the
going
next question is,
I mean, he's the
why does he get into the ring?
Well,
It looks like everything's closed,
well,
right?
I guess to confront Solo or to hug him. Who knows?
I still contend that because Paul Heyman is somewhere, is in the meetings, they have these long conference calls, and they try to figure out exactly how do we bring Roman back? Because we're talking about the biggest star in the business right now. Makes the most money. He's the guy. Brand Nike, the whole deal. Rock's going to come back in 4 months. The next 8 months, John Cena is going to retire. They're so important, Tommy. These next 8 months are so important.
Yep.
So tonight starts that.
Yep.
I still think that somehow they're going to convey to us that everything Solo has done has been because Roman told him to.
Say that again. Wait a minute. Let me hear that again.
That everything Solo's done, calling himself the head of the table, acknowledge me, like acting like he is Roman Reigns when everybody says, why would he be so disrespectful of the guy who was the head of the table? I think that they're going to play it out somehow. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it. That Roman's going to come out and give him all the love in the world. That he's like, you did exactly what I asked you to do. And then somehow, tough love cost him the match. Because he's not about to let Solo become the WWE champion.
Right.
Over him.
It's a great
and he
point.
will beat the guy who beat him at WrestleMania.
So is there any possibility you see Jimmy or Jay?
I've got it on good authority that one of them is in Cleveland.
Well, it's got to be
But
Jay.
I also Jimmy. But I also have on good authority, and Jonathan said I don't think he's showing. I could be wrong. No, Jonathan, you are not wrong. I also have it on good authority that they've decided to not take away from Roman's night, and that the Usos will be benched tonight, so to speak, and that they will bring them back somehow into the fold, into the bloodline in the future, in the near future. I got that on good authority.
Like a reunion with Roman or something.
Something like that. But I know, but I've been told tonight will just be about Roman and nobody else.
Even though, all right, here's my other. I'm going to ask you this question. Even though I think Roman's going to get a huge pop, a babyface pop, you still think he's going to be a heel, be with Solo. Solo won't win the match, and they will continue the love fest for a while until a big swerve happens somewhere down the line.
Yes. I think that because think about it, Tommy, from if you're talking the mob, or if you're talking a big group and you've got the head of the mafioso, there are certain times where the head does things to prove his power and prove what he is capable of. And maybe it's not for everybody to see at first. And maybe everything we've seen the last 2 or 3 months has been orchestrated like a little puppet master by Roman Reigns.
Great point.
From home.
It's a great angle, by the way.
We put these writers out of business, Tom.
See, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because I don't think you're going to see the heat in the beginning. I thought it was going to happen when I spoke about it on the War Room, and I've been telling you that But now that you think about it even more, it makes more sense for that to happen tonight and then swerve it down the line into
Well, I
Roman
mean,
being
why do
the baby.
you think they gave the Bloodline the tag team
Wow,
titles last
I
night?
mean, it's just stroke. It's just stroke at this point. I'm still the king, but no, the real king's coming out tonight to say, congratulations, you won the titles, but there's only one head of the table, the original
Right.
Roman.
I also feel like they needed, since the Go Home SmackDown, even when it used to be on Tuesdays, was still a nothing burger, that they're like, hey, you still got to tune in because this could happen. And they changed, the titles. I think that was a lot of it too.
How about this too? That in September, SmackDown's moving to USA. It's not going to be on. Fox is ending their contract early because I just saw a lower third come up saying SmackDown debuting on USA Network September 14th or something. Yeah, I just saw it like 10 minutes ago because Fox is ending their deal because they didn't re-sign them, and they're dumping them before January. What helps bring that over to USA Network? What helps that bringing that to USA? Then a hot storyline between the bloodlines.
Yeah.
Or
I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
Because we're thinking as TV guys too, right? You got to think, okay, what's going to make people, man, they're not on Fox. Oh, man, now you got Roman and Solo together, but down the line, the little swerve happens.
Jonathan says, I don't think Roman turns heel here. His wise man was buried by them. There would have to be an explanation.
Yeah, but Jonathan, that could be all the swerve. That could be they were all in on it, and wise man took the bump because he knew, right? Roman orchestrated
exactly,
it.
because that's something that's the kind of thought process Paul Heyman would come up with.
Yep,
it just is. It just is.
Well, we got to watch this now. I mean, I'm so into this tonight.
And
right
also,
now.
Tommy, let's remember that certain heels, we've talked about this, there are cool heels. Roman Reigns is a cool heel. Yes. He doesn't have to do heel stuff to be a cool heel. So,
the NWO
he's in his bus.
Yeah, the NWO was cool.
Wait a second. Why is he starting in his bus?
Yeah, and he's got.
Is he going to get attacked in his bus?
Are they going to hit him? Oh, what's Tommy Cullen doing? That's the stage manager. Wait, why's he got his dog?
Oh my gosh. We got the dog. No, he's not.
What's Tommy? Wait a minute. Where's his ring attire? Coach, I'm lost.
That's not what I thought he was going to wear tonight.
Wait a minute. That's Pharaoh. Pharaoh is dog. Beautiful dog. Right, her beautiful dog. Wait, who's in the limo?
I'm a little.
Wait, who's in that?
All right.
Wait a minute.
All right. This is so. So Cody Rhodes starts in his bus, which, by the way, the Big Show started that back in the day. Then Triple H spent $1 million. I kid you not. Putting his logo on his bus, on all of the handles and everything in his bus.
Wait a
John
minute.
Cena got his own, and now
Arn.
Arn
He's going from AEW?
Wow. Arn Anderson.
He was in AEW.
Apparently not anymore.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Arn Anderson, one of the Four Horsemen, and candidly, one of my favorite human beings on planet Earth.
Wow.
Tommy, one of these days on BTT, I'm going to tell you the story about Arn Anderson and Sid Vicious.
Really?
That Arn told me himself. It took about 45 minutes to tell, and it's one of the craziest stories. What do you think he's telling them right now?
I don't know, man, but do you think one of the reasons why he has the dog with him is because he don't want to get jumped by the other guys? I don't know.
Okay, but Tommy, he's not a trained dog. Okay. So apparently, I just got a text that Cody put on social media that this was Pharaoh's last road trip due to his age.
Oh.
And so
Oh,
this is
there's
a
the
way.
outfit.
Wow. Okay. I was gonna say it's not.
Yeah, I'm
not.
like, wow,
All right.
is this
Here's what I'm talking about.
Nightmare Family? Wow.
Here's what I'm talking about, Tommy. And that's what I knew that was coming.
Oh man, I didn't.
No, I mean the ring gear. The
Yeah.
ring gear.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Wait a minute. Holy shit.
I mean, you talk about. I do like, Tommy. I do like the creativity of it all. Hey,
Yeah.
Rick, there's Rick on Anderson. Rick, what's going on, big boy? Welcome to the show. Tommy, Rick's an OG. He's a part of the DTL crew. Obviously part of our premium crew on BTT. I like the creativity, Tommy. I really, really do.
Holy moly.
Wow. Wow.
Rodney did all that?
Him and his team, yes. Yes.
Dude, that is some mask.
And his team. Wow, look at that. I wasn't even allowed to show you, Tommy. That's how secretive it was.
Wow.
I respected the fact that he trusted me but we weren't allowed to say anything. And my goodness, look at that. Look at that.
You think
See,
that's
this is kind of what Vince was talking about. Vince Russo was talking about, Tommy. You write for Hollywood. You don't write for the marks. You don't write for the wrestling fan with 62 followers who bitches on social media about something as if they know more than the people in the business for decades. This right here, this is how you spend 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? This is a great 4 or 5 minutes. You start on the bus. You got a dog. Who doesn't love dogs? It's his last trip. He's taking pictures with the kids. He's the ultimate baby face. This is entertaining to me, Tommy. This is entertaining to me. By the way, he said down, I swear to God, I haven't spent an entire pay-per-view. Like, it's almost like I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
He said down, Gabby, you did The Last Word with Gabby. She's starting a brand new show, brand new YouTube channel. He sat down with her yesterday for an hour.
Did he really?
He just gives his time. He just gives his time. Rick, what up? Right back to you. I mean, he's but I always say this, Tommy. If you're going to pay me, let's say $10 million, that's probably less than what he makes. And you said, Coach, you've been working your entire life for this. We're going to pay you $10 million. You're going to be the guy. You're going to be the world champion, and we need to take you to the moon. Why would you not want to be awake and live that every second of the day?
Absolutely.
Right? I wouldn't be tired. I'd be like, just give me an assistant, and you just keep taking me where I need to go. I'll do all the interviews you want. Yeah, I'll do everything you want.
I'm in a bus.
I mean, I used to say this about super wealthy people. And what I know, we talk about Vince every now and then. People are like, how can Vince still go to all the shows and do all that kind of stuff? Well, take all the negative stuff out of it. I was like, if you were worth billions of dollars and you built this thing and you were there every step of the way and you had a private jet and everybody kissed your ass, would you not want to be awake every single minute of the day?
Absolutely.
Cody is kind of like that, only a good person.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Do you think
so
one
ahead,
quick
Tony.
thing, the mask, you think that represents Pharaoh as he took it off and put it down?
I think so.
Yeah.
I really do. I really think so. So Cody this is his first really big, take away the PLE overseas in June, whenever it was. But this is kind of the gateway, Tommy, to the fall.
Yep.
And so what happens tonight, what happens in the next 30 minutes, very, very important for the SmackDown brand.
Yep.
Look at the lights, Tommy. Look at Solo.
Man.
If this was a movie and you were casting a heel, oh my God, could you get better than Solo?
Nope.
I mean,
look.
Rough, Samoan, strong. Look at that, Tommy. Oh, baby.
Platinum blonde hair.
if he's not in a movie in the next 5 years, somebody's not casting it correctly.
Right.
I love this dude. I love his character. I
Yep.
love how he literally is in charge. Look at the little smirk.
Yep.
Look at Samantha. She's nervous. See that
Yep.
little.
Oh man. The ultimate baby face too, huh? Against the ultimate heel.
Look at that. He's like, let's go. Let's go.
Mr. America, look.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, I
my
like his gear.
Oh my goodness.
I like his jacket. It's not that long. It's nice, but it's perfect. It doesn't look heavy. It's really sharp. The logo in the back,
Yeah.
really, really good stuff, man. Look at
Cody.
oh,
I love it,
look
man.
at the side of
we
his
talk about
trunks.
the details all the time, right, Tommy?
Look at the belt, his waist with the trunks and everything, all detailed. Look, and look at
then
his
he gives
logo
it
in the
the
back.
kiss.
How cool is the logo in the back with the gold?
If
And
I
your
was
boy's-
calling commentary right now, I'd saying, why is he kissing the belt? Well, maybe this is the last time he's going to own that belt.
Ooh,
That's what I'd be saying if I was Corey or Pat McAfee right now.
that would be a shocker for me, dude.
If he loses it here,
Yes. Yes.
that would mean that the story that he worked so hard for, and how about the meaning of that, Tommy? The meaning of that.
Yep.
Wow. So here we go. The biggest star in the company, Cody Rhodes,
Yep.
taking on
The head of the table,
the
so called.
the head of the table, Solo. And you can almost feel, see, look at the difference, Tommy. Look at that shot. What did you see?
Yeah.
What did you see?
Definitely heel, man. Like ready to go. Like,
No, look at the crowd. What's the crowd doing?
yeah, they're up. They're saying
up.
we want Roman.
That's right.
Yeah, you
Rick
got
says
him.
Roman's going to show up, Coach. You just wait. Rick, I think you're right. Jonathan says, big fight feel.
Nice, good call.
It really, really is. It really, really is. All right, so here we go. This, like Jonathan, this has a big fight feel.
Yes, it
Damian
does.
Priest and Gunther did not have a big
No.
fight feel. You know, and baby.
When the crowd reacts to everything that you do, that's a big fight feel.
Boom.
Like Cody knows how to sell too. Man.
Yeah, he does. He sells like a son of a gun. Now, there you go. Now you watch, Tommy, about 5 or 7 minutes from now, something's going to happen to the left shoulder, and you're going to remember that. And that used to piss off the agents. Like Arn Anderson's one of the great minds, in-ring minds ever. When he was an agent like my entire first run there. And it's crazy to see him backstage. That was really weird, wasn't it, Tommy? To see Arn there?
Yeah. I didn't even know he left AEW.
I think there's a lot of people that are crossing over these days, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Shane? Did you say Shane?
I said a lot of people are crossing
No,
over
I
these
know.
days. Yeah, I think you're right.
And
if people are just joining us, Stephanie McMahon was in the front row earlier tonight with a cameo, and haven't heard or seen anything from her since. Fascinating, Tommy. Fascinating.
Yep.
By the way, have you noticed how much happier Michael Cole sounds
Yes.
since Vince got the boot?
Well, yeah, he's not in his ear 24/7. Like, hey, you went through it.
I used to have a headache. I'd get done with a pay-per-view or a Raw, and Vince would just be screaming at you for 2 or 3 hours. And I would get to, sometimes I'd be so frustrated. So like, I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. Yep. I mean, Michael Cole's 25 years times 50. What's that, Tommy? 0, 5, carry the 2. He's done over 1,000 shows.
Yep.
Right. That's 50 shows a year plus.
Yep.
25 years. I think Michael knows how to call a wrestling show.
Yes, he does. And by the way, he became his own person too. He became his own, like he just called a match. Now he has a personality. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cole. And he never had that, and Vince would never let you guys do that. Do you know what I mean?
Not in a million years.
No.
And I can't even remember I can't even remember a time where where we'd say something or we put somebody over and he'd be like, man, that's good shit. Keep it going. Good job, guys. Good job. That never happened. That never happened. He managed from fear.
And by the way, back in the day, did you ever hear Vince's commentary?
No, I was too young. Horrible,
Not
right?
great.
Not
Not
great.
great. Nope.
Couldn't tell him that though. You couldn't tell
I
him
told,
anything, to be
I
honest.
told him he was great.
Yeah, keep signing those checks, Vince.
Yeah.
Look at this, Tommy.
Yep.
They've spent what probably 10 minutes and have done very little,
And the
but
crowd's
it all
into it.
meant something.
But the crowd's into it.
They're completely into it.
You saw 10 minutes into Gunther's match, and they were all on their hands waiting for this.
I'm still trying to figure out maybe. Oh, what a move by Cody! I'm still trying to figure out what I missed. That was I in a time machine that I forgot about. Wow, what a move! I'm still flabbergasted at the ability of Gunther to be an Intercontinental Champion for 800,000 days, and now he's a World Heavyweight Champion. I don't get it.
It's all because like the lower third came up August 31st is their next pay-per-view at PLE, and it's in Berlin, Bash at Berlin or whatever it's called.
But Tommy, he was a Intercontinental Champion for 1,000 days or whatever it was. But Triple H has always been good friends with Steven Regal, and that's Steven Regal reincarnated. I don't care what you say.
Doesn't do anything for Damien, I'll tell you that.
Look at the crowd. Solo is the guy that you love to hate.
Yep.
And
there's that goofy guy too. You see the goofy guy in the green with the smile. How does he get the seats like that? He got that smiley face. He has a Twitter account. Do you believe he has followers? Like, are you friggin' kidding me? If I was Steve Rubin and he was still working there, you wouldn't get front row, buddy. He gets front row every time.
Oh, new champion, Tommy, new champion.
Oh, no way.
Back in the day, for those of you who are watching, Rick says Mick Foley quit commentating because of Vince. Too bad, he was good. Rick, when I was leaving for ESPN in 2008, they needed a spot for Mick, so they gave me my last 4 months off my contract, and they said, "We'll call you if we need you." And they put Mick on commentary for SmackDown, and he hated every single second of it. And you know what I mean? Kayana was due in June of 2008. That's when she was born.
Yep.
And so Kevin gave me off from April when I signed with ESPN. He goes, "We're going to put Mick in your spot. You take the." It was the only nice thing they ever did for me, by the way. The only nice thing they ever did, and then threw me that party at the end. But they needed a spot for Mick. So they put Mick in my spot. I was happy. I had 4 months off, and he hated every second of it. Every second of it. It's not for everybody. It's hard to call wrestling, first and foremost.
Yes.
For all the wrestling fans who get on everybody, "Oh, you suck. You're the worst." Try it one time. Just one time, and you'll never insult somebody again.
Right.
Jonathan says the difference between Vince and Gorilla was night and day. Gorilla was you knew Gorilla very well, huh, Tom?
I rode with Gorilla. We were together 24/7. One of the greatest guys. Treated me like his son. One of the greatest guys you ever want to meet. And a man who knew a lot about the business. Believe me.
He sure did. He sure did.
And him with Bobby were priceless.
Oh, those were the
Bobby
days.
the Brain. Yeah.
I tell you what, this entire bloodline, I don't care if they're 300 pounds, Tommy. They are as athletic as any group of big men I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. Dude, where's the part where...
I'm thinking of Jacob Fatu. He's the super athletic one, right?
Yes, he is, man. Did you see him last night?
Ooh.
Where's the point where it breaks, Coach? Where's the point where it breaks and we see the younger members of the bloodline come in? They got to come in, right? And then where do you see Roman? That's what I'm interested in.
Well, I just wonder how long they think they need to. Man, Cody's in great shape.
Yeah, man.
How different is this match than the World Heavyweight Championship match?
Night and day,
dude.
dude.
You cannot substitute for star power. You can't.
Night and day, dude. Even Solo. I mean,
and look, when you've got a big, powerful athlete like Solo, you can do so many more things than if you're Gunther. Like Gunther couldn't have done that move right there.
No.
Right? Solo's able to be athletic and move around, carry him up top, and then let him go. And then Cody is the ultimate babyface. To be a great babyface, Tommy, you got to be able to sell. You got to sell like a son of a gun.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
good.
do.
Yeah. God, how long do you think Gunther will be champ?
Oh,
God, that's a sad. I don't get it, man.
It's going to be too long, Tommy. How long has he been champ since? What, an hour?
And we're tired of it already.
We're tired of him already.
You don't think if they weren't going to Germany, would they have given him the title? That's what I don't get. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think like he was going to get the title and because he's going to go to his home country.
Are we booking for
Right.
ticket sales? You're going to sell the tickets anyway.
Right.
Oh, man, that move right there. You've got to really trust both guys, and they got to really know what they're doing. Rikishi was great at that.
Yeah.
It makes it, it looks like they're just taking their head off. You know what I'm saying, Tommy?
Oh, Rikishi was great, man.
Oh, Rikishi was great. By the way, Rikishi is not happy with some of the storylines here involving Jay and Jimmy. And tonight, we haven't seen Jey Uso at all. Can you imagine this crowd and that entrance? And you're not going to put him out there at all?
I don't get it, dude.
You couldn't have put him out there with
Look at this.
Miz and R-Truth. Oh, what a move. New champion.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Look at them both. Look at Solo. Oh, man.
They're just it's when you think about the all-time heels, Tommy, and over the years, you almost can always look in the mirror and there's a great baby face staring at him on the other side.
That's right.
And both guys have to complement each other, and both guys have to be willing to do what these guys are doing right now. How slow and methodical is Solo?
Yep.
Right? Just everything he does, the grinding. And then you got Cody with the facials. And then, I'm going to get up, give me one. And then you watch right here. He's going to knock him down. You watch.
Look at that.
Back. Boom. There you go. What did I say? And Cody's right back down again.
Well, look where Solos come from, the family. I mean, every one of them were great wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Look where Cody came from. It's all family. I mean, his father, unbelievable workers in the ring, man. Big as Dusty was, man. Nobody told a story better than Dusty because he knew how to tell a story in the ring. The Samoan wrestlers.
Hard times, Tommy.
Yep.
You know hard times.
Yes, I do.
By the way, Jonathan says, we thought this was part of the reason we talked about it. His last match was horrible, though, Jimmy and Jay. We were texting about it, weren't we, Tommy?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yep.
Yeah.
How
they did
bad
not
it
have
was.
a good match.
Yeah.
They did not have a good match. And if you have a bad match at WrestleMania, it takes a lot to get the trust back from the executives, Triple H, and whoever else is helping them run things now. I have no idea, but
Cody just sitting there. Look at that, selling away. Look at that.
And you can just hang there for a minute. You don't have to rush through it.
Right.
What else haven't we seen, Tommy? They haven't gone to the top rope.
Nope.
They haven't risked a broken neck.
Nope.
You don't have to do it. These Samoans, look at that. And look at the camera cut. Looked like he took his head off, and he didn't even touch him. That's what I remember when I used to hang around with The Rock a lot. And I would just listen, and I'd get to sit there as they're putting their match together, and we'd have our little skit or whatever. And I remember he would almost refuse if it was ever brought up. How about we put you guys up on the top rope? No, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to do it if you sell. I mean, these guys right now, look at that face. Oh, and then he moved. You don't have to do the high-risk shit if you tell a good story.
Watch Cody slowly, methodically. Watch Cody.
Yep.
Oh, he's banged up. Watch. He's banged up. Look.
Oh, now he's going to go.
Look.
And look how perfectly was Solo placed right there. Cody didn't know he was there.
Nope.
He had to trust that he was there. Rick says Solo's good. We are watching a new superstar in the making tonight. Rick, you are absolutely
yes, you are, buddy.
Yeah. When they trust a guy to go in against the guy that they're putting the entire company behind, you're paying somebody $15 million plus, and you say, hey, Solo, how about you go get him over tonight?
Yep.
And in the process, get yourself over.
Yep.
That's big time trust. Big time trust. Jonathan,
Nice.
thank you very much. So glad you guys are interacting with us. We're
La-
just going to continue to grow. Here we go.
La-
New champion. Oh,
Last
can't
3
believe
months
there's
he's
a
been,
kick out there, Tommy.
last 3 months he's been working on that character solo,
Sure has.
and it's definitely sold because the crowd is taken to it big time.
Oh, now this shot right here reminds me of Japan. Japan, they're very respectful. They're very quiet, and this is kind of the angle that you have. You've got I love having the lights, Tommy, right over the ring.
Yep.
It's a big boxing feel to it, right?
Yep.
Absolutely love it.
Look at this slow look.
He's trying to figure out, what do I got to do
Right.
to put this guy away? What do I got to do to put this guy away?
Coach, how far are we away before we see something major happen?
Well, what are we at here, Tommy?
Whoa.
This started at about 30 minutes ago was the entrances.
Yep.
Usually it's 40 to 45. So, I've never done that. I've practiced it with a pad, but it always scared me because I always thought I was going to over rotate. It just scared the heck out of me. But if you do it the right way, you can do it very safe. You watch right there, both of them very safe.
Of course.
And now Solo's selling, but there's nobody watching right now, Tommy, saying, "Oh, well, that big badass is selling." No, this is a high level fight now.
Yeah. And look at Cody's face, fighting and claw, and look at him like, you're not taking my championship tonight, buddy.
And in the truck right now, they're saying, make sure you get the facials.
Yep.
Make sure you stay on the face. I remember that's what Kevin Dunn used to say all the time.
Yeah.
Just give me the face. The face is the money. Selling is money.
You know what I loved about Kevin Dunn? When he used to eat food and chew in your ear.
Oh gosh! That
was phenomenal. I love that.
He was such a pro. For those of you who don't know, Kevin Dunn is the director, producer. Oh, what a move!
Yeah,
him and his dad held the same job for 40
Here
years.
It is.
Oh,
here we go.
Bloodline
music. I'm waiting for music. I'm waiting for music.
All right, so if the referee said,
I'm waiting for music, Coach. When am I going to hear Roman's music?
This is what I was talking about. What are the rules?
Bloodline rules. There is none.
So
Yeet,
now,
yeet. You hear the crowd? Yeet, yeet.
They're waiting. So now does the title mean anything? Because if it does, you put Solo on him. Just like this. I'm too smart, Tommy. 1, 2. And now Cody is a superhero. He kicked out of all of that. Who else would be able to do that, Tommy?
Wait a minute. Kevin Owens. What?
You're a few seconds ahead of me.
Oh, sorry.
Why are we doing an entrance for Kevin Owens? A full entrance?
Oh, he's going to be so blown up getting in that ring.
Oh, my God. Somebody should have told him he can't run.
Somebody told him, better get him oxygen.
God. My God.
They're going to. I don't get this.
He hasn't been in the wrestling business for 30 years. Holy cow. He's running with a torn ACL, Tommy. And he's going to beat up all the members of the bloodline by himself. All right, so this part wasn't very believable.
No.
You don't do a full entrance when you're trying to come and save somebody. And, okay, so now. All right, Raphael just sent a note. He goes, don't forget about this prop. Will Cody Rhodes bleed in this match? Yes, was +1. Oh, Randy Orton. No was -200, Tommy. Check for the blood.
Okay.
And one crossroad, the over-under was 2.5. If he does more than 2 crossroads. All right. Well, apparently Randy can't run either. When do we stop being able to run, Tommy?
I don't know.
All right, so bloodline rules means Cody can also have. Oh, give me an RKO.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, sacrificial lamb. Kevin Owens gave an RKO. Here we go. And the whole time, Tommy, Cody's still down selling.
he's still down.
So
I was just going to say that.
So
I was going to say that.
Oh, now Cody. Now KO's going up top.
Oh, here's the finish.
Oh. Okay, so now does Cody win and then in comes Roman? One, two. Oh, he kicks out, Tommy. He kicks out. That's right, Jonathan. Bloodline took out both KO and Randy. Makes storyline sense. Thank you. You are right. All right. Okay. All right. Now, Tommy, here we go. They're going to chase them out.
Yep.
So they're going out through the crowd. Now, this is where you got to suspend your reality, because if they were smart and they were good friends, like if it was you, Tommy, I would never leave you in the ring.
Right.
This is the WWE. All right, so now we're back to a one-on-one after all of that. Still no Roman Reigns. Still no Roman Reigns.
What is it?
Wow, that was a pretty good couple of minutes.
Yeah. No blood either, Coach.
No blood yet?
Not on Cody.
Okay. Here comes the stairs.
What were the odds on him?
I love
blood?
Cody.
What was that odds on the blood?
All right, he's about to knock him out. Oh, oh! This was the version of Cody that we said we liked.
Yeah.
This was the version of Cody that we said we liked. All right, up again. Boom! With the stairs. This is so much better than the last match, Tommy.
Oh.
So much better. You're like 5 seconds ahead of me, Tommy.
No. Oh!
Oh! Oh! Is it over? Is it over? Solo was that close. Jonathan, wow, is right. Let's look at the replay.
That was a holy shit moment.
Gore.
That was a holy shit. That's a holy shit moment.
This is what a main event is supposed to be.
What is he doing?
So he's going to set up the stairs. This could be very dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on.
Very dangerous right here. Be very careful.
Oh, please.
By the way, Raphael's supposed to be doing boxing right now. What do you think he's doing?
He's watching
this. Texting me watching this. Yes. He said this is so much better than the boxing. All right. Oh, no. So Cody
he's not going to do this.
Oh, my gosh. It's Stephanie McMahon. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? Oh, he moves. Oh, that had to hurt.
Yes.
That had to hurt. Wow.
Big finish. Big finish. Come on.
Oh, there's one crossroads. Raphael said over 2.5. Over 2.5. Oh, there's 2. Are we going to cash the ticket? Are we going to cash the ticket? One more.
Oh, look.
One more. Oh,
come on. He's not going to lose. He's not going to lose, is he?
Oh, Tommy. This dude is the most athletic
he's
wrestler I've ever seen.
He's unbelievable.
Wow. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Another one. He's so good. Oh, my God. He's so good.
No way.
Oh, we're gonna see a new WWE champion. We're gonna see a new WWE champion. The Bloodline rules. Kick out. Oh, come on. Let's go. Oh, Batu. Can't believe it. Solo, Cody, And the referee's like, what the hell am I supposed to do right now? I couldn't even control Drew, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins 3 weeks ago.
What the
And now
fuck?
Cody's out to the floor. All right. Wow. Super kick. Boom. Great way not showing it.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus.
So now we're going to clear off the announce table. There goes Corey
He's going to go for the
Graves.
top rope?
Tommy, if he goes off the top, is he going to? No way.
It looks like it.
Way. No
Yes, he
way.
is. Yes, he is.
Oh, come here, JJ. No, he's not.
Yes.
He is. This is a bonus. This has got to be a $10,000, $20,000 bonus. No way. Is he going to go back, or is he going to? It's going to be a
Cody
frog
trusts that? Never
Frog
worked with this guy?
Oh,
No way.
No. You're like,
He nailed it.
Wow. Wow.
How's JJ like it there?
He hurt his leg, unless he's just selling. This dude, I'm telling you, I've been up on that top rope. It's like being on a high dive, Tommy, without the water.
Yeah, I'm scared of heights. So.
All right, Rick asked this question. Does Roman come in to save Cody because he's mad at Solo for taking over the bloodline? We don't know.
I think he might have got hurt. Coach, I think he might be hurt. And now they did a little.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think his right leg, he is hurt. He wouldn't be sitting over there. He's just trying to get out of the way.
By the way, that would be bad.
Yeah, that's wow. Solo to the top. Wow, that's a classic Samoan. Oh! Are you serious? Solo's like, this dude cannot be beat. Let's watch his leg.
Oh, I missed that.
I don't think he's really hurt. He didn't hit his leg at all. Cody's like a beaten down animal. What else are you gonna throw at him?
Yep.
The entire kitchen sink. Oh, super kick.
Coach, he recovered quick, Coach.
Yeah, that was crazy how quickly that was. Oh, my goodness. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, something just hit. Who's coming down?
There he is.
There he is, the head of the table. Roman Reigns. Is Paul Heyman going to be with him?
Well, it wouldn't be head of the table.
Where is he? Music. Is he going to come through the crowd? Oh, you're ahead of me, Tommy. Don't give it away. You're like 10 seconds ahead of me. Oh, there he is. OTC. What is that?
The original. Original tribal chief. Original tribal chief. That's what OTC is.
But whose side is he on? GST. That's the big question. Wow. And he is walking with a purpose.
Calm down, girls. All the girls in my house, they hear my wife howling because she sees Roman. My daughter's on the floor.
I don't think
Debbie's falling.
I'll saw me on camera, Tommy. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right. Look how good.
Coach said because you saw him on camera.
Tommy, he's down at least 15.
Oh, he's down 20 pounds, dude.
At least. He looks awesome. And this is where you suspend reality. Nobody's sitting there going, well, what about Cody? What about Solo? Why wouldn't he be rushing down? Because he's the damn man. That's why. Now, where does he go? Solo is like, wait a second. Okay. Now is he going to get in the ring? Minus 400. Superman punched a Solo. Tommy. We're doing it.
Babyface Roman. Babyface. Oh, shit.
Oh, no. What if he attacks them both, Tommy?
Yes.
What if he attacks them both? Oh, what do you do?
What the
I think
fuck?
he says, I want you to
Oh,
keep the
he's-
title. You're ahead of me, Tommy. You're ahead of me.
I'm not saying.
All right. He's leaving? You're leaving? He's letting him have him. He's making
There it
sure.
is.
Cody can't believe it. Cody's like, I can really go over and take care of it. Cody doesn't know what to do. Cody doesn't know what to do. Wow. This is strong, Tommy. This is strong. And he's like, you know what? I'll deal with you later. I'm going to take care
I
of
have
him
no
now.
words. I have
And
no
cash
words,
the
Coach.
over 2.5 Cody Rhodes, Tommy. That's number 3. 1, 2, 3. The night is over. That's how you do it. And he never took his eyes off of Roman Reigns. And guess what, Tommy? Now Roman can still beat the guy that beat him at WrestleMania.
That's right.
But we can still do the tough love angle, Tommy.
Yeah, you can. Teach you a lesson.
Teach you a lesson. This is kind of what I said would happen, Tommy.
Now you got to see what SmackDown happens. And he brings him in and says, look, there's a reason why I did this to you, dude.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But Tommy,
You could be right, Coach.
6 days?
You could be right, Coach.
I'm
I'm serious.
I'm a genius.
You
That's
could
what's
be
gonna
right.
happen.
Because
That's
I don't
why
think they're gonna.
the bloodline
I don't
won't
think
be
they're gonna
together.
put them against each other right now.
No, it's too early.
Yep.
It's too early. And then guess what happens? You bring the bloodline back together, Tommy, and then Survivor Series or first of the year, when The Rock comes back, then you break up the bloodline. You give half to Rock, you give half to Roman, and now you got the build up to WrestleMania.
But you notice he stared at Cody too, so he's going, I'm not done with you either. Like,
I love it. I absolutely love it. Wow. Tommy, that was worth the wait. That was worth the wait.
Yep. And he looks like he's in great shape.
In great shape. And Solo, man. Solo just feeds perfectly.
I just hope Jacob's not hurt, dude.
He didn't hit his leg, but it doesn't mean that he couldn't have broken his leg.
See, wait till you get to they look at each other,
right
man.
There. So when he was in the ring, Tommy, and he looked at Cody, he could have taken him out too.
That's right.
And then allowed Solo.
But he respects him. He respects him. And that's what he could say to Solo.
There you go.
You got a little too big for your britches, buddy. You got too big for your britches while I was gone. And I had to teach you tough love. I could see that happening. You're right.
Wow.
Now he's staring and like he's looking at that title. Look.
I don't think Fatu's really hurt because he's still selling the leg.
Yeah, he is.
And if it was really broken, he wouldn't have to sell the leg.
They would have somebody out there already.
Wow.
He looks great, dude.
He looks great. All right, Tommy. We've been on for 4 hours. I've had a blast. Your final thoughts before we say goodbye.
It paid off.
Monday night, 11:10 p.m. Eastern time for the last word. Your final thoughts.
It paid off. This all paid off, man. It was a good show. I thought it was an all-around good show. Not happy what happened in the Gunther match, but all-around good show. I can't wait to see what's going to go on with Dom and Liv. That's the most interesting thing I'm here thinking about right now, besides this right here.
Awesome. And GST says this. I enjoyed SummerSlam 1,000% better listening to you guys.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for doing this. GST, tell all your friends. We're just starting. Literally, this is our first one. Bring all your friends. We want all the premium members and on the free side, too. It's everybody. We're going to be here for the next 30 years. So thank you to you. Thank you to Jonathan. Thanks to myself. Thank you, Tommy. Damn it. I'm thanking everybody. Damn it. Thanks to producer man who's going crazy behind the scenes. I know that's right. We're on to something, Tommy.
Yep.
We're on to something.
Very good.
This is a blast. This is a blast. Thank you, producer man, for the one shot. Do not forget Monday night. They're already into the post show already. Yep. Monday night around 11:10 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live with the last word as we break down everything that is on Monday Night Raw every single week. The War Room for you premium members. We also have Maven as our next guest, so we're spreading ourselves all over the place. But for the here and the now. Thanks for hanging out with us for 4 full hours. Jonathan, GST, Rick, everybody, thank you very much. For Big Tommy C, for Producer Man, I'm the coach. We'll see you Monday night for the last word. Take care.
Has been paid for by Behind the Turnbuckle Plus. 2 Pod.